Why are you here like this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday.
Hello.
Are you all ready for some mass continuation of chaos in the Feywild, where we decide that we want to break apart the bodies of the dead and whatnot? Because we're just a bunch of degenerates
Because
around
why
here.
not?
Yeah, why not?
What are they going to do
some
about
more
it?
skeletons.
I know,
I'm ready
right?
to desecrate.
I mean, throwing skeletons downstairs and, just...
Breaking apart petrified bunnies.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on Easter. Why not? So
Why not? Just think of it as chocolate.
It's in the spirit
Thematic.
of Jesus.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's in the spirit of Jesus.
But we are so thankful for you all coming back and joining us. We got a few just housekeeping items to do, some announcements, and then we will get into our weekly recap from a familiar face. So I guess just to start it off, we'll end with you, Rob, so you can start to the announcements at that point. I am Rob. I am your dungeon master for tonight. You can find me on Twitch at RifleStud and Instagram at Happy Nerd Photo. Yeah, I'm a new DM, so if I ask these guys for help, please don't judge me too aggressively. If you have any tips, feel free to send me a message with them, and I'll definitely take in all the knowledge that I can have. But those are the two places you can find me. Tyler, what you got going on?
Well, I just happened to be on my Instagram to say, hey, come watch us. And I saw that Maddie tagged me in something, and I just opened it.
It's a picture of me like this,
Like,
saying to come join the stream.
It's a good impersonation of yourself.
Thank you. I'm pretty good at that.
Yes, I am Tyler, not Rob tonight, or Cheesecake Panda. If you missed Monday night session, you got to go back and watch it. Literally, don't even.
We have to go back.
Don't even worry about catching up because you're just the beginning of it anyway.
It's the one to watch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Rob cosplay, which means we have 3 ladies in beards. Anyway, but yeah, I'm Tyler, or Cheesecake Panda Cosplay. I do cosplay, and sometimes I draw things, and I don't know. I do a lot of arts and crafts. So
That is the grossest oversimplification of what you do.
Right?
it's like I told your brother on the podcast where I was like, I'm that person that just like one day a couple years ago I went, I'm gonna learn to bookbind, and then I made like 7 books in a month for no reason. So,
Oh, there was a reason for it.
but yeah,
Man.
I'm playing what appears to be everybody's little favorite ball of chaos out of my 2 balls of chaos, Scinn, a 2-foot tall wild magic fairy. So he's the little one in our teeny tiny little art there. He's the teeny small one. So,
We love him.
but right now
He's a cutie.
Right now he's wearing a powdered wig though that's as tall as he is.
That's his best accessory, obviously.
It really is.
Oh yeah.
He's got a magical sword, and his best accessory is a powder.
Yeah. Just picture that as you will. Just small fairy, sword, wig.
People in the chat remember Monday, obviously. They're all fans.
As they should.
Yeah.
It was
We'll
great.
we'll talk more about that after Maddie says
Anybody
hi.
know?
Oh
I'm just
no,
gonna
I
say
love
real
talking
quick.
about women in beards.
I just wanted to say real quick that everybody missed when we went to break. KJ like grabbed the beard like in a pinch like one would, like removing a face mask and just goes and pulls the whole thing down and just starts eating nachos. And I was like, KJ, what is happening? And he wanted to continue.
She seems like mass chaos herself, so
yeah.
I enjoyed
Oh,
all of it.
God. I did not know what I was doing when I invited Jane and Tyler and KJ as people and players into the same game.
I also especially like before the stream even started on Monday, we were all sitting off camera and Rob goes, "Just promise me that you didn't dress up as any of us." And KJ immediately, like, just plain face lies, just goes, "No, I didn't."
Accepted like an idiot.
Oh, did you not have the cameras on?
No, we all.
They did, but they were all like...
They covered their cameras, and I was to the side, and we all just walked on.
That's fantastic. Well, Maddie, what do you got going on?
Well, I mean, I'm really sad I don't have a false beard now because it all sounded so fun. But my name is Maddie. I like to play D&D. I am really excited to be here and throw around more dead bodies. I like to cosplay and do arts and crafts as well. I've been painting little tiefling horns that I'm gonna wear soon. They're little shiny blue ones. So I'm gonna make a blue tiefling soon. She's gonna be a paladin. I'm really excited. But tonight I'm playing a human monk, and she likes to punch things, and she follows our little fairy friend around, and they just wreak havoc anywhere they go.
He's a bad influence. What can I say?
You know, adventure into mysterious towers and stuff.
Yeah, get tickled to death. All of that.
First in D&D history, tickle damage.
It's the worst damage to get.
Right?
Scars you, both mentally and physically. Yeah.
All right, and Rob, what do you got for us?
Okay, well, hi, I'm Rob. If you're new to the channel, I'm the guy that's always here, pretty much.
We can't get him to leave.
It has been attempted, but I have all the passwords.
In the stream.
I live in this chair, frankly.
I've never seen you anywhere else, so...
That's true. We're gonna change that soon. More on that later. Yeah. Though I'm a dungeon master. I suppose I'm a professional dungeon master at this point. I am a D&D author. I'm an adventure writer. I am a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber and a podcast host. None of them well, but I do them all. I'm a jack of all trades, definitely master of none. And tonight, I'm going to be portraying the part of Cheshire, the satyr bard, who is a self-styled comedian and magician, and is very uncomfortable with everything that's going on, much less the antics of the two on screen with me. But it's fine. It's probably fine. It's fine, right? It's fine.
You'll get used to it.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's like that meme where the house is on fire and the dog's just sitting there.
Yeah,
like, everything's fine.
This has been the craziest 2 days of Cheshire's life, and we're role playing that for sure. But as other Rob, the other bearded guy named Rob on this stream that wears glasses and had black headphones. As that fellow mentioned, I'm the guy who's responsible for the stream, so I have all of the new stuff that has happened since the last stream and reports for the curious consumer of what's going on the channel. First of all, 6-foot Ewok 1, Twitch Decosplay, and NikkiToon66. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for the follows. Welcome to the party. I noticed your missus went ahead and used my tagline in the chat. Rob, by the way.
Uh-oh, what was it?
Welcome to the party. I say that every time someone follows, man. She's been paying attention. Either that or we just think very much alike.
Wow.
Either way, I'm flattered. I feel like the impersonations have continued since Monday.
I mean,
you'll never escape
you do
them
steal
now.
my backstory all the time. I've caught you in, so.
Come on, man. I didn't try. Some reminders, happy announcements. I don't know who has and hasn't been at the previous stream, so I'm going to say everything like you know nothing. First of all, we are on a march to 500 followers. when we hit 500 followers, I'm doing a bundle giveaway. This stream is made possible by Misty Mountain Gaming, a company that I work for that is a supplier of cool dice and dice trays and D&D accessories and minis. And I am going to send somebody, when we hit 500 followers, a little bit of everything so that you have trays and dice for your friends, and you will have
Cool bags.
everything you need, and cool bags.
Ah,
You will have everything you need. If no one else brings anything to a D&D table, you will be able to play D&D with what I'm giving away when we reach 500 followers. And we're only a little over 100 away. So one of the best ways you can support this channel without having to spend your hard-earned money is telling your friends about us and bringing new people to join the party. Let's build a community that you like, so fill it with the people you like. Come on, bring them on. I know you know nerds who don't know us yet.
If you tell a friend, they'll tell a friend, and now you have 2 friends. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't advertise this thing. This is all grassroots, baby. It's word of mouth. So that's one. We had a subscriber goal that has already been met. So April 29th, I'm going to be doing cosplay makeup. The girls on screen with me, the women, I should say, the ladies are professional cosplayers. I am not.
Professional.
I don't know anything about it. And I'm going to be trying to follow someone's very quick and practiced instructions with no help and try and become a goblin on April 29th. And then we're going to do some giveaways and stuff. So mark your calendars, end of next month. We're going to have some fun, and most of it's going to be at my expense.
that's fair. I'll pay for it.
There you go. At the end of this month, which is coming up very quickly, we are going to start a new subscriber goal. We are going to try and get 50 subscribers in the next month. And it has been demanded by the chat that I take Tyler's idea of a rainbow tiefling and do more cosplay makeup, which we haven't even done the first one yet, and we're committing to doing it again. But we're upping the ante for this one. If we reach 500 or 50 subscribers, not today, further streams going on in the following month.
No, we have to get it today.
Has to happen
And by
today.
that I mean, when Rob says that we're professional cosplayers, if we get to 50 today, I'll give you a video of me sitting in my craft room at 4 a.m. going like this, hunched over top of a piece of fabric, crying because my back hurts.
It's always the back pain. It's always us sitting like this and having back pain.
I call it
You
the
guys-
floor gremlin. I have a video that I put on YouTube last year when I was making a holiday costume in like 2 days. And there's a point when I like upped the volume and roll back, and you hear like my knees and ankles crack, and I was like, I'm dying.
Yep.
Ooh.
Death become of me.
Well, I'm upping the ante for the month of April, and again, the delivery will probably be in the month of May. If we reach the goal, we will do the thing. 50 subscribers, and we will do a Rainbow Tiefling stream. 75 subscribers, and I will get my buddy to come down, and we'll do a shoot with me in the attire.
Yes.
100
Ooh.
subscribers, and it'll be a spicy shoot.
Oh.
If it's a
Because-
spicy shoot, that means you have to paint more of yourself too. So
True.
that's like a whole thing.
It may be the case. Yes. So we will see.
Come on,
Either
guys,
that
get
or
up to
the
100 followers, and we get
Let's
to
go.
paint his butt.
We also get to
Like
shave
Kate
it.
said,
So.
shave your butt. Yeah.
it will be
I know you
it
guys
will be
all
an
want to see
endeavor.
body paint on Rob's booty, so I
I'm
think
not
we
promising
gotta.
booty. I'm promising spice, but it's going to be up to my photographer for the most part, who is my friend. So I'm sure he will enjoy my suffering. But there may be
As we
angles
do.
of me he may not want to see. So we'll see how that all goes.
That's fair.
Anyway, I've realized that people associated with this channel like to put me in embarrassing situations, like everybody dressing up as me and not telling me. So I'm a little worried that will actually happen. But if we get 100 subscribers next month, I think you will have well earned it. So I'm willing to debase myself in these ways.
Rainbow cheeks.
So that you guys.
Should we throw
Um,
this in, because I was gonna rainbow teeth with you? Should we throw this in that I'll finally put up feet pics like people ask for, but it'll just be my foot with the rat's foot? It's like
No-
one
not-
little teeny tiny Photoshop blue rat foot.
You promise whatever you want now. Maybe
Rat
that's
feet
105.
pics. It's what the
105
people want.
subscribers. Dang.
Oh,
Okay.
69. No.
Real quick. Thank you. I see you guys in the chat. I see Mrs. Rob has joined us. Of course, we have Nikki Toon, new follower. Hey, hanging out.
Hello.
Glad you're excited for some dice. Glad you're telling some friends. Thank you. That is as much as we can hope for, and I'm delighted that you think that there's something here that other people may like. There's a market for rat feet pics. There is a market for everything, they say.
It's
I do not doubt it.
We have
exists for a reason.
Yeah, it's I feel real sorry for anybody named Craig after the 2000s. Last couple of things to say, because I know no one's here to hear me talk about the stream. People are here to see some D&D and some hijinks and see these two girls get tickled to death. So
Also a market for that.
I'm
Sure.
I feel like Jane right now, just trying to quash all of the dirty. Jane, you're living on through me, and I don't like it. The only other thing is, guys. Eric says everybody has a walk-in. Guys, we are gonna do a merch giveaway, and you, yes, you in the chat may win it. Normally on Monday nights, it's a thing that Tyler and I and the other Monday night crew, because it's different every day here, are doing. Is we have a clip contest that on Monday night you take your favorite clip from that particular show, and we will reward you by recognizing you on social media. Social media, or sometimes we've had a shirt giveaway or some other stuff like that. We're gonna do that for the Wednesday night stream, but you don't have to do it just tonight. Your favorite moment from any of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight episodes that are up on our Twitch VOD or on YouTube, you can choose your favorite moment from the campaign thus far or tonight, clip it, and our favorite clip, because we get to vote on it. We are special and we make decisions. We will give you a coupon to Misty Mountain Gaming's store online. We just did a restock of a lot of our dice. It's been kind of hard to get product lately. Okay, but we're good now, and we have a lot of stuff that you might want. So if you want to go out and be picking out something for yourself from MistyMountainGaming.com, go right ahead, and you will have a coupon if you are the clip contest winner. Did I fail to mention anything that was important in that, Rob?
No, I think that pretty much covers that.
You don't know how to clip things, because I learned this recently and I'm very excited about it. If you hover your mouse over our stream in the bottom corner where there's like full screen and stuff, there's a little button that says clip when you hover over it. And then it gives you a little place where you can like clip it down from the selection.
I think you get a total of like
super
60
user friendly. Yeah. If I can do it, you can do it, because I am
it looks like one of those like old time movie.
Yeah, the little
clacker
clackers.
The clackers.
Now, the past 2 episodes are going to be on Twitch right now. You can go back and see the VODs. If you go to YouTube and you want to make a clip, it is more involved. You have to know a little about YouTube, but you can do it, or you can just pick. I mean, frankly, some of the funniest stuff from the game so far happened last week, so just go to that one while it's still on the VOD. I feel like there was another thing. Oh! Stick around during the break today, because we've been talking low-key about how great it is that a few people have like drawn characters from Misty Mountain Gaming's D&D streams, or they've cosplayed as them, or they've made a meme incorporating somebody else's art that is about our stream, or they went to Hero Forge and made a mini of a character from one of our D&D streams. We love all of this. Do all this. Anything loosely associated with our make-believe thrills us.
It's really cool.
So
really
we
cool.
have assembled. I have assembled the pictures and the cosplays and the art. I've animated a little bit. I put credit where credit is due, and I put it to some banging Alexander Nakarada music. And we get to watch all of that. And tagged at the end is going to be a little video from 4 people that look like me.
You don't want to miss it. It's great.
It is.
It's good.
So-
If you missed Monday night's game.
This, I mean, and if you want your stuff, like you will see a very great range of quality throughout quality and effort throughout this. We love it all equally.
It's all
okay.
great. All of it.
Anything you do that you tag us in or put hashtag Misty Mountain Art or tag any of us on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, or we don't care. It'll go in. I'm going to be updating this thing. Maybe not every week, but definitely every month. And your stuff will get in. We love it. So send it. Let us know. We go nuts in the Discord every time someone
Oh my
does
gosh,
anything.
yes.
Yep. We really do.
There was a guy, that dude Daniel, who is normally our clip contest winner on Monday nights, by the way, who just took a video of himself looking vaguely like me, and then took a sip of a glass of whiskey, listening to Blink 182, and it's in the reel.
That's a Rob
I thought
cosplay
it
if I've
was
ever
you,
seen
honestly.
one.
I didn't know it was anybody else.
I know, right? No, wasn't me. I don't have any kind of moves.
Well, are we ready to get into our weekly recap?
Sure.
Perfect.
Ooh,
we
I'm
have
excited
more
for this.
Well, before we get that started, I'm gonna sub out. I didn't tell you guys, but we have a guest DM that's gonna take my place for a little bit. Well, at least during the recap. So, he's a little shy. Let me get him for you. Hey guys!
Puppet
That's so
Rob!
good.
Last week,
I am in love.
last week
Oh my
on
gosh.
Misty Mountain Streaming on our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, our favorite player Scinn is going to give us a sweet recap, guys. So here we go. You ready? Buckle up.
That is so good, man.
I
I
love
love that.
Sock Puppet Rob so much.
That
Oh
is
my
adorable.
gosh.
Hey, I don't have hands, but let me show you how I roll dice.
Okay, I
Oh,
really
no.
want to see this Sock Puppet
Yeah.
Rob.
Gone. Oh god, he ate
Okay,
it.
try your best.
Oh no, you're right, kid.
That's so talented.
Thank you.
I wish you had hands so you could clap for yourself.
A bow.
Up in your
A bow.
stead. Oh yeah, give us a bow.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
I need to mail this to him.
Tiny
Oh,
hand.
is that my hand? Is that my hand?
How did you get my
I got a
hand?
second hand. I got a second hand, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can mail those to me,
You got
I'd
it second
greatly
hand.
appreciate it.
They're 2 left hands, if you're okay with that.
I have 2 left feet, so 2 left hands will match.
Those
Perfect.
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 eyes are moving ever so slightly with every syllable.
What do you-
I'm
Fun
so
story
obsessed.
Don't look at my eyes.
For anybody, before I do the recap, fun story
I
for
fucking
anybody who
love
doesn't
puppets,
do
man.
cosplay. It's a common thing to use googly eyes for rivets.
Uh-huh.
So I have a friend, Lucy, when she does that will like pick up her armor and just like shake it, and you just hear like a as they're like going everywhere in there. Anyway, I'm gonna start the recap. I'm gonna be gone for just a couple minutes while we start this because I have to do something. Let me make sure I'm off screen. Okay, I am. So cool.
So much mystery tonight.
I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm in Lucia voice. So like we fought some snakes the week before, and like we totally kicked their butts. And they were scared of us, so they ran away. So then like we went into the tower that we fought them outside of to stay for the night, and it turns out that tower was owned by a Mistress Tickles. I just threw something on my back. I don't know what that was. Anyway, it was Mistress Tickles, and Sawyer and I just about died because there were just like things that wanted to tickle us everywhere. It was horrible. I thought I was gonna laugh until I was just in the grave. But then we got back up to the top, and like we found like a pretty little blue rose and some other stuff, and like some pretty cool red kinky boots. And I found this wig. on this awesome powdered wig that's just so refined and it's just so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm just so kingly. And we also found the body of Mistress Tickles. Rest in peace, Mrs. Tickles. Like, we had to, like, kind of use her to get back through the tickles. You know, like, she was a human shield. She served a purpose. But, rest in peace, Mrs. Tickles. And we got her back down, and then we went to sleep, and Cheshire didn't like that she was down there, but she was down there anyway. And then we ate some flowers and some cookies that we found outside our place because I don't know where they came from at the time, but we ate them anyway. And then there was
Safe
like
practice.
flooding. Yeah, there was like flooding that started happening. So like we had to go places like we couldn't in water. So we ended up by like some more of those little jerk rabbit people and like a pretty cool, what was her name? I wrote it down. Oh, God. Did I forget her name?
Jingle Jangle?
Jingle Jangle.
Jingle Jangle, thank you. I wrote down Clapperclaw. Yeah, we came past like a person named Jingle Jangle. Didn't really talk a whole lot, but was like just covered in keys and wanted like truffles. Like, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think the truffles was like a euphemism for like, just. Anyway, but yeah, like they had stolen the truffles from Jingle Jangle, the rabbit folk, and they also had taken a key. So we went and killed one of the rabbit people. Like straight up, just he's dead. There's no question there. Like just he's dead. And we got the truffles, and we took them to Jingle Jangle, and then we found a key. And Jingle Jangle didn't question why we murdered a guy, just said, go find this other guy, and sent us on our way. And then we broke him apart, the rabbit guy that we killed, and spread him out everywhere as a warning. Now we're fleeing the scene of the crime.
It sounds crazy when you say it like that. It made sense at the time.
Ian just pulled like an office moment where he's just like looking off into the distance, giving a recap, and Cheshire and Sawyer are both just like, the heck?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Sawyer's just like nodding as
Talking to the
Cian
fourth
goes
wall.
through all of
All right, enjoy the.
Tyler, that
Abraham
wig
Lincoln.
weirdly suits you.
It really
it
looks
does.
great, actually.
Yeah, well, enjoy Benjamin Franklin Cheesecake Panda while it lasted.
And the fact that you
I'm
so
impressed
seamlessly
that you
put
popped
that on.
the wig
Yeah.
cap and everything while like hunched over.
Yeah. That's practice there. That's professional cosplayers.
Professional cosplay.
Okay, maybe it'll come back later. If everybody sticks around, I'll put it back on properly during the break.
Oh, hey, Sam's here. And Iski is here. They're both fans of that wig, yo.
It's a good wig
Who
for like
wouldn't be?
$15. Like,
It's pretty
Uh,
good.
Sam, you had an interview today. Can you tell us how that went while we get started? Oh, and hey,
Let's
Hawk,
know.
what's up?
Everybody's here. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
All
we
the
got
people.
people are trickling in.
So many friends.
So, as you guys are fleeing the scene of the stone rabbit that is in pieces around the cart, you guys have gotten instructions that you need to head north and look for a gentleman or a friend of Jingle Jangle that is named Clapperclaw. You know that he just has a bag for a head, and he's very informative and can be a good help. You just need to locate him. It's about midday, I would say. So, how would you like to proceed? Where are we going?
I do want to say, while we did say we're fleeing a scene of the crime, I feel like we're walking pretty casually away from it. Like,
Yeah.
Whistling.
fleeing
Slow
isn't
explosions
necessarily
in the
the
background.
descriptor of our, like, movement. We're just, like, moseying on out of here.
Mhm.
Looking inconspicuous.
Oh, yeah. Who would suspect us?
The inconspicuous.
And actually, as you guys start to wander, doing whatever you're doing, another gas bubble has kind of popped near you all. And you all have the most annoying case of the hiccups.
Oh no.
It's just Cian trying to talk, just like, guys, we did really great. Like going like that.
Now, Jingle Jangle told us to head head north, and we would find the Brigands Tollway, where we, and somewhere around the tollway, we would find
Clapper Claw.
Clapper Claw. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch, like at one point, like while he's flying in the air, Cian kind of like does an extra hard like hiccup and just goes like.
I imagine you're flying and you get a slight levitation, like an altitude adjustment with every hiccup.
Yeah.
But Jingle Jangle said that Clapper Claw
Robin.
was going to be kind of scary looking, but you know, I feel like there's a lot of weird stuff in here that like should be scary, but like I haven't been that scared. Like Mistress Tickles up in the tower. Like the scariest part was the tickles and not actually her. So, you know, I'm not too worried.
It was just a skeletal lady with just a fetish, and like we don't
we don't
discriminate on fetishes here.
No. I respect her for being so open about it, really.
Yeah.
From the bottom floor, there was very little actually that dangerous about the Tickle Tower. Really, the most disturbing part of it was what you did with Mistress Tickles after fighting her.
She was a hero, really. She helped us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Really did. Really dead. We'd be dead right now. Oh god, I'm dying now. We'd be dead without her.
we'd be dead if not for her sacrifice.
How long does it
Getting
take us- How
thrown
long does
down
it take
the
us to
stairs.
for the night?
So, as you all have walked a little ways, the hiccups have started to like slow and eventually
For everyone
fall
but
off.
Cian, for some reason.
Yeah. He's like,
It's just Cian's life now.
he's like pounding on his chest and he's like,
Drink some water
I'm beginning
upside
to get a little
down.
concerned about it. I don't think
only
that's
like-
natural.
he's only like 10 feet away and he's, oh, it's not natural. Like,
try standing on your head and drinking some water.
Can you fly upside down?
We don't have
Ooh.
we don't have water. We don't have water. Do we?
I didn't save any of that bathroom ale either.
I have a water skin.
Oh.
and like at this point he's like gone over to a tree branches, like hanging upside down, like looking like a teeny little spider monkey, and he's like, give it to me. I'm dying.
Give Cian a sip.
Oh, it's in my nose. It's in my nose. Oh god. Oh god.
It's alright, it'll be good for the
I'm sorry.
sinuses. Clean it out.
Is how neti pots work? Oh god.
So from where we are, looking around as we tend to see in,
Maybe.
we were told to go north and look for the Brigands Tollway.
Hallway.
And it's dangerous up there. Do I see any road per se, or any bridges or
So
elevated areas?
with the receding or like the climb of the water randomly and it coming back down, there's no official road. You do see where it looks like the earth has kind of been packed down a little bit, but you don't really see footprints in it because of it washing out in and out. You do see some tracks of the runaway brigands that ran away from your gruesome murder scene. But they were all just kind of heading north in the direction. It looks like everyone kind of follows the creek bed, or the small river, we'll call it. Everyone just kind of follows along that as far as like getting around. Because as you've traveled, you found that one raft that you used to get over to Telemy Hill. But you've seen some like remains of what could have been rafts previously.
I am not especially eager to follow in the footsteps of. I mean, let's face it. If they weren't our enemies before, they probably are now. But if everyone is going this way, surely we're bound to run into someone. And if everyone is going this way, then surely there's a reason. Perhaps other routes are not safe. Last one. Sorry.
Just hold your breath for a second. Just
Bless you.
yeah. But that's probably a really good idea. I mean, if there's people going somewhere, we should probably go where people are. If it's a tollway, though, they're probably going to like charge us to go past, right? That's what toll roads and stuff are. And I'm worried because they tried to get our happiest memories before, that they're going to want something other than money at the tollway too. So we should plan with that in mind, just in case. Just so we're not like surprised or anything when we get there.
Do you think I should fly back and get his head and just
Think
be
that
like, listen here, this is what happened to the last person who asked us for things,
Oh.
you know? I just...
Ooh.
I want her to...
Like one of the ears or rabbit's foot. It's supposed to be lucky.
Yeah, or like the little cottontail, because everybody says those are cute, but they're just like extra jerky on those little butt faces.
No, I don't know that just the tail alone will be distinguishable as a petrified tail. I think it would just be a lumpy rock.
You're telling me that I just need to find a live one and cut the tail off so it just looks furry still.
Or, we
Well,
could
I'm getting
take
here.
a piece off of the powdered wig and fashion it into something that looks like a bunny tail.
You both have a good point.
You want to harm my baby?
Or I could just magic a little fluffy ball in my hand.
That's better.
Okay.
That's
I
a really
like
good idea. And then we don't have to
Okay.
carry anything extra.
Yes.
Lucinda stays with me, you hear?
Lucinda.
Little Lucy.
Okay.
So
Just waiting for the day that this thing gets like smacked off his head into a puddle of like pure mud. He's like, no!
Lucinda!
So you guys are starting to kind of make your way along the little riverbed there, and like you hear again just kind of like the croaks of some frogs, some crickets, just normal like swamp noises. The smells are getting a little worse the further north you travel. Until the point that you actually come across what looks to be an old battlefield that has been waterlogged. It looks like some of the makeshift graves that were there have been defiled. Some of them dug up, maybe grave robbers. But go ahead and roll me a group perception check.
Ooh.
Oh
Rolls.
boy, oh boy.
These dice were very good to me Monday.
Yeah, they were.
So I probably used it all up, is what I'm thinking. But we're going to give them a go.
I don't think I've got anything to add to perception.
Oh, you do have advantage on a roll tonight, Tyler.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time to note that if you have channel points, or if you're gaining channel points by watching, as you probably are, there are ways to use it down there below the chat. if you want to affect our game or help us out or frankly harm us.
Yep.
So,
And for anybody who doesn't know D&D terms, if you give us an inspiration, it means we get to re-roll one of our bad rolls if we would like. And if you give us guidance, it kind of works like when a cleric casts like the guidance cantrip, but it doesn't have a time frame, so we get to add a d4 to roll if we feel like it. Just so you know.
it all helps.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, there's guidance for Scinn.
Hey, I'm gonna
Yay.
add that. Well, no, I'm gonna save it because I got a 13. That's like pretty good middle ground.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay.
I got
Oh,
a
God.
10.
Okay.
Oh, it's not middle ground; it's the highest. Oh no.
They say the high ground is the better.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
No, I spoke to Skywalker and he vehemently disagreed.
Has anybody before? This will be the last thing I derail for a bit. But has anybody seen the great video where it's like that scene in Star Wars where Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting, and it's like Japanese voiceover dub, but like it's not like a real person. It's like Google Docs or Google doing like the voiceover.
No.
And like it's great because Anakin catches on fire, and all it is just it going ah. Like, that's the whole thing. Ah.
You were Oni-chan, Anakin.
I'll finish you guys tonight when we're done in the Discord.
So
I would love to see that.
it's not obvious, but Scinn, you're the only one that kind of catches wind of it. But you hear what, like, very low and almost like you can barely hear it, but it sounds like someone like casting a spell way off in the distance, like performing a ritual almost.
And like grabs his wig. He's like, guys, Lucinda's telling me that there's the guy making a spell up ahead. Does it? I don't think they're casting anything at us, but like I hear muttering.
Can you tell Lucinda thank you for giving us a heads up? I will be extra
Thank
careful.
you, Lucinda. You're just so lovely. Everybody just loves you so much. You're
The
so
wig
big.
gave us a heads up.
Ah, like I got a tingle like in the roots of the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
That's not the point, Cheshire. The point is that someone's doing a spell up ahead, and I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad.
I just
You
thought
guys
it was
know what happens when I do spells.
That's
good
true.
point. I just thought it was a clever turn of words. The wig and the heads and the etc.
You bard, so
It
good.
was a
Mhm.
pun. You do puns so well, Cheshire, sometimes that we just kind of forget and overlook them.
Okay.
It does.
Uh,
That just means they're extra good.
And you're certain now. You don't know if it was a good or bad person or a good or bad spell. Can you tell at all?
And
Like, are they using dirty words while incanting it?
well, I mean,
That would be a good clue.
all I can really hear is like a. I can't tell. Lucinda, can you hear? I'm sorry, guys. She does really have ears here. She just senses things.
And
but
she kind of covers yours as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we were closer.
yeah, but we should sneak in
We
case.
should be
Okay.
extra careful.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, what if it's like a lizard person? Like those are not nice.
Oh, never met a lizard person, so
Don't think I have either.
I haven't either, but just I've heard all the conspiracy theories.
Okay.
it's very true.
I did
So-
hear of one named Zuckerberg or something.
Oh,
He wrote-
I
he
don't
wrote the book-
trust.
He
He's
wrote
supposed to be
he wrote
like
the Book of
worst.
Faces.
He's supposed to be like the worst lizard person ever, just like followed by some guy named Bezos.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't trust anyone with the book faces. Really, like
No,
I heard about his child though, Ray. A sweet baby Ray.
Big
Do you
baby
think-
Ray.
Do you think a person with a book of faces, like, do they just do it like a pressed flower? Or, like it's just like
Ooh.
a face and just this.
That would make
I-
sense. You know, this is not conducive to sneaking. Maybe we should talk about this later, after the sneaking.
So looking
Yay.
on the map, it's kind of Where
Just
the
happened. There's more guidances thrown out. You guys both get a guidance too.
Yeah, I
Thank
got it.
you.
Wolf
Awesome.
Rider 87 gave actually all of us a guidance.
Thanks,
And then
Wolf
Sam
Rider.
gave me a
Appreciate ya.
guidance. So
where the river kind of becomes a three-way river there. Just to the left of it is where we're looking for that that waterlogged battlefield.
Thick over and have a look.
You guys.
Okay.
What if? Because you said there were like dug up graves, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if the guy with the book faces pulled out faces from the graves in here? We gotta be careful. I like my face.
I like your face too. It's a nice face.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, like, I know you thought it was weird that we threw around Mistress Tickles, but like, at least we didn't take her face.
True.
All I did was just take her wig. And that
I
wasn't
suppose
her
there's a
hair to
point.
begin with.
Really, when you put it that way, I suppose there's a lot of worse things that you could have done and didn't that I suppose I should be grateful for.
On the pause.
You have put things in perspective for me, and I do appreciate that about you.
Just I'm so good at just like enlightening people, you know.
I think you're probably the most enlightening person in the group.
I did see you enlighten one of those goblins back at the wrestling event.
Yeah, you did.
Enlightened him right on fire.
I feels
It's
like
spectacular.
a whole year ago at this point, guys.
It was a while.
we've been here for so long, and it's been a day.
Yeah.
It has felt longer than that, I will admit.
So as you guys are standing there talking and kind of deliberating on what you're wanting to do, you hear the kind of the clank of some armor walking around, and kind of coming over like the crest of a hill. You see two sets of armor that are just kind of like on patrol around this this battlefield, just kind of looking at the different mounds that have been dug up. But as they get closer, you notice that there's no bodies in these armors. It's just armor walking around.
Casual.
Faces. I think Robert got to them. They have many faces.
Yeah,
He snatched those faces so hard they got no bodies.
he got those real good.
Really got carried away.
Yeah.
And
Do you think they can hear us if they don't have ears?
I'm gonna hide, and you guys watch him like slowly like slide into a bush, like very obviously, just kind of like just like slide in.
The wig sticking out of the bush.
the armors, are they just patrolling? Do they seem to be searching, or are they digging, or they're just walking around?
They just appear to be kind of patrolling.
Yeah. But if there are guards guarding something, I imagine that there's something worth guarding. But I don't see anything worth guarding.
Unless they were guarding the bodies got dug up or something like that.
The sound, can we hear the mumbling magic-y sounds still? Or can Scinn?
They have gotten a little louder, because you guys have gotten... well, you haven't really moved, so Scinn can still hear it. The rest of you can't, but it's starting to become more rhythmic and with purpose almost.
Scinn,
What?
maybe they're guarding Zuckerberg, trying to make sure that they finish their face-stealing ritual or something.
We gotta put an end to
Rick,
this.
man, just gotta go kill Zuckerberg. I think that would really just make a whole lot of things better, if I'm honest, if we just kill Zuckerberg.
If we already released all of the memories that the brigands stole, maybe we could release all the faces from the book too.
Maybe so. Free them from the power of the Dark Wizard Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
I can kind of hear the words now, guys. I hear a
Aruba. Mega. Come on, pretty mama. I don't know what this spell is. I can't
I
tell.
know this spell.
You do?
If that's what they're saying, I know this spell. Yes. It's
It's the bad
Otto's
one.
irresistible dance.
Oh,
Oh,
no. First they wanted to tickle us to death, now that we're gonna dance to death.
I
I
can't
don't want
do
to be like those people
this.
in France.
Wait, what? We need to reach the spellcaster as soon as possible. Maybe there's only 2 sets of armor, and there's 3 of us. If we split up, maybe they can't chase us all.
Yeah.
Good point.
Okay. Are we ready? I'll break left.
I'll go
You go up.
right in the middle.
You just go up. They
All
can't
right, I'll
fly.
go
They probably
The
can't
other
fly.
side.
That. I'll do that.
But also straightforward.
It's like
Uh.
at a diagonal.
Yes.
Yeah.
On 3. 3.
3. Ah!
So
Are we
as
stealthy at all, or are we just running?
that's up to you guys.
I'm booking it.
Yeah,
I
If
don't
the
think
chase is getting
Sawyer's
stronger, I
trying.
don't want to dance forever.
Hand's going straight in the middle. There's no way he can stealth that. So
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going.
All of you roll me a well, you're not even trying to sneak.
Sorry.
Roll me a perception at disadvantage.
Everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
that a lovely noise, lady.
7 again. It's almost a 17.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 12 and an 18, and I have 2 guidances, and I feel bad when I don't use them, so I'm gonna add one of my guidances.
Yeah, I'm going to use my guidance too.
That's a 15 now because that's a 12 plus a 3.
Nice.
I got an 18 thanks to my guidance from Wolf Rider. Thank you.
Awesome.
Well, I guess I shouldn't roll a d4 on a 7, should I?
No, probably not.
Save it for something real good so that you can get a real high number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Scinn and Sawyer, as you're just booking it, you guys have kind of taken the fork maneuver, where one of you's going middle, one's going left, one's going right. The 2 of you notice that these 2 sets of armor appear to be the most exquisite elven armor that you've seen. It does have some damage to it. The helmets themselves are shaped like stylized owl heads.
Ooh, okay. Fancy.
And as you're running,
That could be our new headgear. We can get our own Lucindas.
ooh.
We're sisters.
So as you're running,
Edgy sisters.
the 2 suits of armor look at you 3 splitting off, and they also split off. One of them takes off running at Scinn, and the other takes off running at Sawyer, almost mimicking your exact moves.
So rude of them.
And Cheshire, you don't see anybody pursuing you.
Fair enough.
And I am faster since our level up. So does that matter at all? Because I'm 40 instead of 30 feet for my movement?
It appears to be matching you step for step.
That jerk.
Some fast armor.
You guys watch Scinn in the middle of a clearing just stop and stare this this bit of armor down and just start going, "You're gonna mimic me? Fine!" And he starts going slapping himself in the face. He's like, "Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!"
And the suit of armor stops dead in its track and smacks itself a couple times.
No, it doesn't have to do.
I slowly start fluttering back, keeping his eyes intently on this thing, like I'm watching you.
And the suit of armor kind of takes a couple steps back.
That's right.
Seeing
He
your
quickly,
genius.
He turns around to look over his shoulder and then quickly and turns back around to stare at it.
It did. Well, you weren't able to see, but it didn't break eye contact with you.
I don't like that. Okay.
Scinn, take Lucinda off. Maybe it'll remove its own head.
Oh, come on, Lucinda. This is worth it. He just pops it off. It's just holding this giant wig.
The suit of armor goes like a field goal almost. Like it tries, like there's nothing for it to pick up. It's just giving you a field goal.
Sorry.
It didn't work.
It's worth
you
a
guys.
try.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lucinda. I shouldn't have just. You're so beautiful. Putting it back on.
Sawyer's gonna stop and kind of follow what Scinn was doing. And she's just gonna do an unarmed strike on herself and actually do damage and punch herself in the face to see if the armor will also take damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
Well, actually, I guess roll to see if you hit.
Oh, rolled a hit. Okay.
Your reflexes
That's
might just...
hilarious. I think that's gonna hit. Yeah, 17. My armor class is 15. 1d4 plus 3. Oh, I rolled the highest damage I could. So I take 7 damage.
7 points of damage. Okay.
No.
So
Ouch.
as you just clocked yourself in the face, you hear this clang as the suit of armor punches itself in the face, and you see the helmet kind of like spin around like cartoon style and almost wobble a little bit. But then it gets back kind of just matching your same pose.
All right. Guys, I don't want to keep hitting myself because that would really hurt. I'm really, really strong. But I think it's working, so... Thoughts?
Sawyer,
Um,
I have an idea. Just, if it doesn't go right, just, save me. And, like, he looks back at the suit of armor and starts, like, flying directly at the other one, trying to get it to follow him. Like, at full speed, as fast as he can go, so that it's just, like, charging at the other one, so that it'll hopefully just, like, collide with it and knock each other down.
Yep. So as you're trucking full speed at this suit of armor, and it's coming straight at you, almost looks like it's flying as well. And you guys collide. So what kind of damage dice would that be?
I was
so
trying to
she's
I was
flying at
Maddie.
Maddie's.
Yeah.
Oh,
suit of
at
armor.
Maddie's. Oh, okay. I thought.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Like, gonna get basically doing like a game of chicken where it's like last minute, I just gotta pull up last minute, and then like up really quick. Which actually, I'm gonna make a dexterity check to see if I even can pull that off. Like,
If this doesn't work, I have a thought.
okay, it's a 16.
So you take off right at Maddie, and are you gonna collide at Maddie or Sawyer? Sorry, or are you gonna just kind of like fly right by?
With the suit of armor that's going after Maddie, he's gonna go fly it straight at that one so that the thing follows him. And he's gonna try to like get as close as he possibly can without hitting it before he just kind of like ducks around, sort of thing, so that the thing will hopefully like collide with the other suit of armor.
Okay, so
That's what he's trying, at least. That doesn't mean it'll work.
You're flying full speed, and the suit of armor is matching you step for step. And
Full speed at
you-
30 feet, so it's this little fairy just like not really going that fast through the air, going ah,
like looking over your shoulder, and you see this suit of armor just
go
matching you,
Goku.
like straight up, like drag racing almost, like he's right there with you. And you hear this crack as the two suits of armor collide together, and the pieces of armor all fall to the ground.
Dean, you really are the brains of the group.
I knew that was gonna work. My talk about like baby dying just was.
In the meantime, while all this is
we're-
going on, you all now hear the spellcaster in the distance.
While they're playing with their armors, Cheshire has tried to stay on task and just be running pell-mell for the sound.
Okay, so at this point, you've gotten far enough to the left, and you've started to make your way up this hill. And I'm assuming as you get to the top of the hill, you've started to slow down because you haven't met anybody. So roll me a perception check once you get to the top of the hill.
This thing again, this old chestnut. That is another 7.
Another 7. Do you have any more
rolled-
dice?
I mean, yeah, it's me, I do, but they're like over there.
So
It's and Cheshire is allowed to be bad at things.
Put your dice up to the camera. Lucinda's gonna bless it.
Bless the dice, Lucinda, you angel.
Why is it not focusing? They're cool dice.
They
Come
are
on.
cool, Jace.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
well.
even mine. I have the Pretty Jane ones. I don't think they even. Oh, they kind of did.
I just
Oh, there you
ordered those. I'm so excited to get those. The opalite ones.
Yes.
So
So
as
pretty.
you approach the top of the hill, you notice, you kind of have advantage at this point because when you get to the top of the hill, you see a character that's down there, still a little distance away, hasn't seemed to notice you, wearing all black robes, appears to have like a fur shoulder piece and some bone like shoulder armor coming out.
Ooh.
Wearing a hood, all black, some gold trim. Seems to have from your distance, it looks to be like a red belt or a sash, and he has a staff with him as well. And you can tell he is the one that is casting the spell. You see a couple suits of the armor down there, just kind of rummaging through some of the graves. But you also see a small companion with this guy. Let's see, where's his?
Oh, he has gone out of his way to look evil.
I don't know what kind of creature he is. Oh, okay. Leaning up against what looks to be just like a large boulder in the field, somewhat close to the evil looking guy, you see a orc leaning up against these rocks, who also is in dark colored armor, just appears to be like a tunic, pants, boots, has a shoulder armor piece and some gauntlets, and he's wearing a hood as well that is blue.
And do I see the Facebook anywhere?
You don't appear to see any kind of like book being cast. You just see
No tomes.
the
Toneless.
original guy just like verbally speaking.
Well, I will. I'm at the top of a hill.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I will point and shout and say, hey, you. Stop that. Let's have a chat about whatever it is that the two of you oh boy are doing.
You see the taller guy, the one that's casting the spells, just kind of look over his shoulder at you and looks back at his companion and like just nods. And you see this orc just kind of like reach like into his like belt almost, and you can't tell what it is right now, but he looks at you and just kind of grins, and he chucks it at you. And it lands just at your feet, and when it comes there, it appears to be a very those of you that have played the Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, it looks like the Daedric style, but it's like a dagger that just sticks right in the ground, like it was purposely put there. And
Meanwhile, off in a different clearing. Sawyer and Scinn are just like, we're so cool. And
Yeah,
like, I'm
get
dying.
fucked armor. Yeah.
The orc not even like yells, he just talks loudly and says, "The next one's in your heart."
Damn.
I'll warn you, I'm not alone. I bring with me powerful adventurers who are just behind me. No, really, they're back down the hill, and we'll have opinions if you do that again.
Hey, see, do you know where Cheshire went? I don't see him anymore. He just ran.
He ran like a gazelle in the night. Like, I just don't know where he went.
Yeah.
I don't think he left us here, do you?
I really hope not. I was just starting to really, get his vibe, so...
Yeah, and who else is gonna feed us snacks?
I know he made such good chocolatey balls.
And this time,
You know what?
guys both
If he
hear
did leave us,
the next one's in your heart, off in the distance.
Oh, he found someone.
okay, he didn't leave us. Okay, well let's.
Yeah, it's really good. Let's head over.
Yeah. Should we sneak up or should we just punch him straight in the face? Just bust in.
You know, I'm feeling really good after this whole armor thing, so we should definitely, make an appearance.
Yeah.
Right as you
I
say,
agree.
feeling good about the armor, the two
God.
armors that just collided into pieces reanimate right behind you.
Or maybe we should just
you don't
run.
you don't notice them at this time,
Oh.
but they just kind of reanimate back into just full sets of armor.
No, they're still hyping each other up. Just yeah, come on, let's go.
Let's
go,
do
brother,
it.
let's go.
I'm feeling so good.
Yeah.
And as you're
Remember that
hyping yourself
time
up,
she
you
got
start
us,
you hear the cling clang of the one that is mimicking you, doing the same exact thing.
Oh god damn it! There are a lot in there.
Maybe we should just move forward and
Let's just do the same trick. We'll run him into the other guy.
yeah. All right, you ready? On three.
Yeah.
3. And we'll run towards.
It's not even a 1,
Cheshire.
2, 3. It's just immediately 3.
So as you're running towards Cheshire, you're running kind of long ways up this hill, starting to get winded at this point. These two suits of armor matching your speed and just following you. And Cheshire looks over and sees the 4 of you now running towards him.
Aha! You see?
We found you.
Yes.
Scan's running up thinking he's being real quiet, but instead he's going Hennigan! Oh, you're good, and
We're
instead you
almost
just
there.
feel a little as he's running.
Hey, you, with the staff. I have a question
Yeah.
for you.
That's me. What's up?
Oh no, not you, on the other side of the hill. I know your name, I don't know its name.
Right.
And at this
Not
point,
me.
you two crest the hill and you can see what he's talking about.
Ooh.
When you're in your yard and are sleepy, what furniture do you sit on? A yawn chair. A yawn chair.
You hear that? We got to say
Oh, it's so funny.
And I want to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the
Okay.
character casting the spell.
And that's a saving throw on my end, correct?
It is.
What?
It is a wisdom save, and a 13 or better beats my level 2 spell save DC.
So if his passive wisdom is higher than that, I don't have to worry about it, do I?
No, you gotta roll.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The passives are kind
My
of
passive wisdom is higher than that, but I gotta roll.
Okay.
Yeah, the passives, passive perception and all that, are kind of I like to use the example of, if your characters are in a tavern, somebody with a high passive perception is going to notice, oh, that person in the corner is pretending to sleep without needing to roll for it, or, it's more so just environmental things.
Okay.
The rolls are heat of the moment stuff, like resisting something, or trying something, or...
Yeah.
kind of
So,
stuff. Otherwise, I'd never be able to cast a spell on anybody.
That's fair. So as you cast this hideous laughter spell, the tall cloaked man with the staff starts laughing. He's like, "Ha ha ha! That was not funny, my friend. Don't you know who I am?
No?
I am
you
Zargash of the League of Malevolence."
We actually got kind
you
of
were close with Zuckerberg.
Oh god.
No, wait,
Where's your book of faces? We're here to take it.
Don't worry about the tomes. They don't concern you. Oh, I do not fear you. I don't fear death itself.
Listen here, buddy. I got something worse than death itself, and it's called stealing your kneecaps after I turn you to stone.
Not the first time it's happened to someone, and it's not going to be the
happened?
last.
Like an hour ago, probably even less than that at this point. So, like, you don't know who you're dealing with.
Say
Like,
goodbye to your
He's like 2
kneecaps.
feet tall, standing in the ground, like looking like this with Lucinda on. Like-
And Sawyer's behind him, like,
Yeah.
He's just looking up at this hilltop. I would say at this point you all are probably 70 to 80 yards. Like you're a little ways away. But Cheshire, roll me another perception.
Come on, Cheshire.
we got this passion.
Well, it was 9, but I'll try the D4 this time. 10.
Okay.
Awesome.
So I you know what? Being the generous DM that I am, I'll give it to you. As your 2 party members are starting to trash talk this scary looking man at the bottom of the hill, you notice that the orc companion that was there is no longer there.
There was more. There was another one. He threw this, and I pick up the knife and show them.
Probably got too scared. when
As
we
you pick it
showed
up, it actually feels like it's burning your hand a little bit.
Ah!
Oh,
Almost like an acid.
Ah.
you
There's nothing
okay?
about these people is nice. They're not nice people. They willfully joined and identified themselves as members of the League of Malevolence. Who does that?
Lame name, anyways.
It sounds like someone who didn't get enough attention as a child.
Yeah.
I'd know. Anyway.
I mean, they're up to no good. Surely they're up to no good. We should stop this.
Yeah, we also got these 2. I motioned behind me to an armor who's going like this.
We got a party. We got an entourage.
I mean, they're kind of like friends or shadows at this point.
And Zargash actually chuckles to himself. He's like, haha, you think they're with you. And they are both going to attempt to grapple the both of you. So is that a contested roll for each of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to roll the athletics of the suits of armor. If they don't have athletics, it is just their strength.
Their strength.
And the ladies get to roll their acrobatics or their athletics, whichever one is better for them.
I just love that we keep rolling contested things that I'm good at.
By the way, hello to Dabs, who actually liked my yawn chairs joke. I just came up with that. It was awful. I see some other familiar faces in the chat. S. Jax was in here a minute ago. Hello. Who else was in here? Casino, thanks. Hello, welcome. And well, D&D Wannabe's here, but that's me. So
Who's that guy? I've never
King
heard of
Emo
him
is
before.
back. Hey, King Emo, what's up, man?
So, CN, what did you roll?
A mighty 15.
Okay. So you are able to avoid, like, the suit of armor tries to just wrap you up and just kind of, like, contain you, but you're able to kind of slip out of his grasp.
He scoots away and just kind of screams like, "Listen here, mister, the last thing that tried to grab me was a snake and I farted on it."
And the suit of armor is now back in front of you, just kind of facing you. Sawyer, what did you roll?
A 22.
Oh!
Dang, Sawyer.
Whoa, the monk is hard to grapple? What?
Was
A
that
Who
shock.
would have thought?
was that a natural 20?
No, it was
No.
a 17 plus 5.
Okay.
Monks, my god.
So he goes to wrap you up, and it's almost like the armor just trades places with you and ends up on the other side.
And I go,
the pieces shift around, and you avoid being grappled.
yeah, I hold him finger out and I go, no, no, no. And the armor does the exact same thing.
By the way, hello. We missed this somewhere in there. Cam, son of Ander. Thank you for the follow. Assuming that's a cool way to say Cam Anderson. But yo, what up? And hey to
Cool.
my buddy, I'm kind of fluffy. I'm volunteering
Bruv.
you for photo shoots later. We should talk.
Ah, this is the sexy photo shoot photographer. Okay.
Well,
Get
he's
all
about
his
to
good
be, he's about to
angles.
be, yeah.
So let me tell you, we have an idea. It involves butt paint. No, I'm kidding.
Potential butt paint, you know.
Yeah.
Don't take it off
Open
the
to the
table
possibility of
completely.
butt paint.
We'll buy one of
Um,
those like Kim Kardashian like butt underwear things and like paint it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's open to butt paint. We got confirmation in the chat. I feel like we gotta.
Yeah, come on, guys, get us to 100.
I was looking for the Sophia and seen y'all on. Yeah, Sophie. Sophie's not live. Sophie's going to be joining me. We'll talk about it at the break. Sophie's going to be joining me in a couple of weeks for D&D for a change, and we're all looking forward to that. I'm sorry to distract, Rob. I'm doing Twitch things and you're doing D&D things.
I know, right? How rude of you.
So I bested my armor.
You did.
Mhm.
CN was able to slip out of the grasp of his armor. Cheshire, what are you doing? Besides wanting to stop this evil guy and his disappearing friend.
I'm probably looking to incapacitate this dude in some way. He resisted my spell, but I've got other options. So, I'm probably going to attack something if we need to. I don't know if we need to roll initiative or not.
Probably should.
I don't think we're at an initiative point unless you are attacking for sure. Which, if you are, I'll give you advantage right now since we're not technically in combat. But
I'm getting the vibe that we're about to throw down. I don't know about
Yeah.
you guys.
So
I think
neither
probably.
of my companions got grabbed, right?
correct.
No.
Okay, well, if they're okay, I will also try a ranged attack at this at the fellow that I can see since his orc buddy disappeared. I will swing my bow off my shoulder, whip an arrow to it, and fire a shot. And if it hits, great. If it's not, then I also fired a warning shot and say that the next one goes for his heart.
Okay. I'll accept it.
And you said advantage, so come on now. Ah. I don't need advantage. That first one was a natural 20.
Yeah!
That definitely hits.
Okay.
You
Not
critted your
not
one
a,
shot.
not really impressing in the damage category. It's going to be a total of 7 damage,
Okay.
but I will have strung that bow and I'll like aim down and then realize, oh, he's a little farther away, and
Release the
let
second
fly.
one?
And huh?
Are you releasing a second one?
No, I'm not cool like that.
Okay.
And maybe it'll graze his leg or hit him, take a chunk out of a thigh and at least ruin his attire.
Yeah.
Say,
Yep.
and the next one goes for your heart.
So it
sounded cool when the orc said it.
It kind of pierces through his like lower half of his cloak area and kind of skims his leg from what you're able to see. And then he just kind of winces. He's like, "You're going to pay for that, so now you can all roll for initiative."
Let's go! Let's go!
Guidance, by the way, in case the two of us didn't know, is an ability check. Sorry, initiative is an ability check if you need to guide yourself on initiative.
Oh, true.
I used mine like a fool. But I got a 15 anyway.
So let's do 20 to 25 to 20.
Just answered this in the chat for I'm kind of fluffy, but for anybody else who was wondering, and if you didn't see it in the chat, if anybody else was like looking at things you can redeem besides just inspiration and guidance, there's a Dungeon Master's Accomplice. If you redeem that, it basically means the Dungeon Master gets to cash one of those in and do something bad to us. You know, either like add a monster or like Rob likes to use it to give us disadvantage on Monday nights. You know,
I figure that's the most innocent thing I can do besides doubling the monster's hit points.
giving it a puppet.
Hey, Mr. Add Up. Howdy. Yes, Robin is a big proponent of giving me ways to torment people, which I'm so grateful for, by the way.
No, please. Don't make combat harder.
You can just save
Don't
that
give me more things to punch.
You can save that for Mondays if you want. You don't have to catch it in on a Wednesday when I'm a player.
I've already said this to my players, but I'll be running a game in a couple of weeks that you guys all get to watch. And let me tell you, those Dungeon Master's Accomplice are going to get crazy real fast.
I am not playing in that game, so I can cash in for you.
I'm really excited about it.
Daddy's one of our players, yeah.
I also work Mondays. Playing D&D. Oh, Dabs got Sock Rob's back. Only Sock Rob may use that Dungeon Master's Accomplice.
Oh, here comes Sock Rob.
I'm getting some Mick
It's
Foley
just
vibes.
a flimsy excuse to use to recall Sock Rob to the stream. Definitely putting words in
Thanks.
Dabs'
He's
mouth.
back.
Thank you, Dabs, for giving me some assistance. Let me see what's going to happen here.
It's such a nice approximation of your look, man.
Yeah,
Really
it's
is.
Who
perfect.
made that? Did you make that? Did
No,
the missus?
The missus made it.
Man, she
It's
did a good
so good.
We were
job.
on the floor.
Are you still in, Mrs. Rob?
We were
My compliments to the chef.
cackling so much last night when she was making it. Was like we couldn't handle it. It was great.
That's so good. Oh
It's
my goodness,
beautiful.
it's great. I'm a fucking sucker for puppets, man. Like that is a lot of what TikTok shows me is people with like Muppets and shit.
I love the Muppets. Okay, I know we're about to start combat and stuff, but I love the Muppets. Like Kermit the
Yes.
Frog, my buddy. Love him.
It's so great.
So Sock Rob has reviewed the Dungeon Master's Guide, and he is he's got a trick up his sleeve with that evil grin.
Uh-oh.
So thank you, Dabs. That will come in use. Okay,
Oh, no.
let's track our initiative. What do we got?
All right, anyone above 20?
9.
Do I have to tell you what the monsters got?
No.
Okay.
Not
cool.
at the start. No, we basically just learn as we go that they're either ahead or below us.
Okay. So, Scinn, what'd you get?
9.
9.
I
Sawyer?
classically and regularly
10.
always roll low initiative.
9, 10, and 15.
Or 51, if you prefer.
Okay, that's fair. I'll accept it.
A whopping 51 rolled on a single d20.
All right. So, after Zargash realizes that you've ruined his, or not ruined, but put some damage in his fancy evil-doing robes.
And he put a lot of work into that. He's probably about as proud of it as Scinn is of Lucinda.
You just see him take both of his hands out and say, "Praise Orcus, may he give me the power to spread death and decay and undeath in his name." And he is going to fire back at Cheshire a deathly ray.
Mm,
Uh-oh.
that does not sound pleasant.
You guys
No, that's like the opposite of that.
Remember when we were excited we hit level 2 and here we are now.
Mhm.
Does
And I
an
just punched
18
myself in
hit?
the face for 7 damage too.
That's right.
I'm not sure what you said, but if it was more than a 14, then yes.
Okay, that definitely hits. So let's see what damage we got here. Oh no, I don't have enough dice available.
Those are two things you never want to hear out of the DM, one after another. It's like a kind of nervous laugh followed by, I don't have enough for that.
Where'd my other D10 go?
With my home game,
Another
I
thing you don't wanna
refuse
hear.
to
I can
lend
roll
my
a D10
DM
for you.
dice.
I got good D10s.
Oh, don't! I found it. Don't worry, it's right here. My Misty Mountain
I'll
dice
warn you.
are.
I'll warn
all
you now,
available.
Maddie, that I'm
Ah, there we go.
notoriously that DM that just sits there and just goes.
Oh. With the theme we're going for with that campaign, I'm going to be a nervous wreck through the whole thing.
I'm kind of fluffy, just darken the mood.
Oh, I think that's going to happen
Oh
anyway.
no.
Um,
Y'all are really setting this up. We got the scary, intimidating evil guy and all of this.
To die.
quick math. What is 14 plus 8?
That is 22.
22.
22.
That becomes
Plus-
44. I'm kidding.
Plus 3, so 25
25.
necrotic damage.
All right.
That's more than the hit points that I have.
It is
Yeah.
more than the hit points that I have, but not enough to kill me in one. So I am dying.
Awesome.
And let's see.
Cheshire Falls.
Where's my
Guys, is Cheshire the only one with healing spells right now? Because,
Yep. The best you and I can do is like try to do a medicine to stabilize.
yeah.
and the darkened mood?
The chat wants a TPK. Why are you guys doing this? They got bored with these characters.
One of the
That's fair. I am by far the least interesting.
They're mad. They're mad that Luca's still alive after Monday.
so there is a
They wanted
rotted
something
tree
happen.
nearby you that all of a sudden appears to frown, and then you see some rocks next to that appear to frown, yeah, just like some of the trees and rocks around you just appear to all be frowning.
Sawyer's also frowning.
So seeing Cheshire just get walloped like that, what are you guys seeing or doing?
Whose turn is it?
Are we still in initiative?
Yeah.
Well, since Cheshire, it would actually be you next.
So I need to make a death
Oh.
saving throw.
Oh no. Oh.
I have one success. I got a 15.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good.
So how do the death saving rolls work?
So if I roll 3 success, I can roll once per turn at the end of my turn.
Okay.
And that's all I can do until I am picked back up. Only magical healing can stand me up from this. So I'm no longer in this combat unless somebody heals me magically. But someone could perhaps stabilize me so that I wake up in a few hours with 1 hit point.
Okay.
If I roll 3 failures, my character is dead. And
Dead.
extensive magic would be needed to bring them back to life, like actually resurrect
Like
them from
diamonds
the dead.
and stuff.
Oh.
Which
And
we
high-level
can't.
spells.
Yes, we need at least a 5th level spell, and we would need to get to it with a valuable gemstone within the next minute. So that's not happening.
Cool.
If I roll a natural 20, I come back to life with 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I roll a natural 1, I immediately fail 2/3 of the death saves.
You take
That it
2
would
in
take.
one go.
Mhm.
And if he gets hit while he's down by particularly melee, it also takes saves.
2
Yes.
saves. Yep.
Yeah.
Cheshire
So-
got inspiration.
You did.
Ooh.
I am so generally speaking, I'm fucked. But we have my personal rule, by the way, and I will take that, and I might redistribute it if I die. I don't roll inspiration on death saves. I'll roll them on anything else.
Ooh.
And Cheeseburger God is here with a meow to watch me die. Welcome to the party, my friend. What a time to show
Perfect
up.
timing.
Really?
With that said, I am one step closer to life than I am to death, so we'll see how
Yeah.
this goes.
Okay. And if initiative you tie with a player character, how do you determine who goes first?
Who
Typically-
has higher dex?
What she said.
Okay. What is your dex?
Sometimes people like to just decide depending on who they say can go first, but Dex is
Yeah.
the easy way to just go ahead and do it.
So my dex is 10.
Sawyer's
Or-
is 16.
Okay, so
I
you
was
can
gonna
go
say Sawyer
first.
should have a good dexterity. I would
She's
hope.
pretty dexterous, so
So yeah, you'll be next. You hear Zargash at the bottom of the hill say, "Ha ha ha, foolish mortals," and he just like is almost like he has more like he's soaked up the energy of like making someone die, and almost like he's gaining power from it.
stop soaking up my friend's essence. And I'm going to run over and do a medicine check to try and stabilize my buddy Cheshire.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try it.
It's good that you're doing that because I have absolutely nothing to medicine.
Are you were within reaching distance of one of those suits of armor, right?
Yeah, so I'm assuming the suit of armor is following me.
Well, so it's kind of in front of you, like almost like guarding the scary man at
Okay.
the bottom of the hill. But yeah, he's basically there. He's not mimicking you down to like the ground, but he is
Okay.
basically in front of you.
Well,
I'm
then
kinda
here's a
fluffy, gave you
question.
inspiration, Maddie.
Oh, thank you. I will use that for my check, but I have a quick question first. So the suit of armor is still mimicking my movement, but he doesn't go down when I go down.
Correct.
Could I try and like somersault in between his legs to get past him?
You can try.
Cool. Can I do like an acrobatics check to try and somersault through his legs?
Yeah.
Cool.
fine.
Let's do it. Oh, baby, that's a 21.
That's a monk number.
Okay, so I mean, it's you easily go to somersault through his legs, and he's matching you, and you both somersault into each other, and the armor just kind of like collides and falls down to the ground.
Nice. I roll over him and then I go over to Cheshire to do my medicine check to try and stabilize my buddy. And I am definitely using that inspiration. Thank you. I'm kind of fluffy. Oh, beautiful. That is a dirty 20 medicine check.
Wow.
Thank you for the inspiration.
So I would say, however that works, I would say it stabilizes you at this point.
So
Yeah.
the way this goes, if we're running it by the book, I am now at 0 hit points, but I'm no longer in danger of dying unless somebody introduces damage to my body again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
and I roll a
going to-
d4,
Go ahead.
and in 3 hours I will wake up if nothing else happens to me, and I'll wake up with 1 hit point.
Okay.
And for the time being, I'm
This
going
is why
to...
you always need a healer, guys.
We
Yeah.
had one.
Down.
He tried to be a hero. And for the end of my turn, I am going to sort of position myself between the big scary guy and Cheshire, and hope that the armor is also positioned in front of Cheshire to some degree as a double wall against him.
Okay. So the armor that was mimicking you is just a pile on the ground currently.
Oh, that's right. He fell into a pile on the ground.
Yep.
Redact that last part then. But I am standing in front of him, and I've got my shepherd's crook staff, and I'm like, ready. And that's the end of my turn.
So as you do that, Zargash goes back down to the bottom of the hill, or he's still down there, but he goes back to casting his spells. And you start to hear, like, almost feel like the ground is starting to tremble, and that's where
Ew.
the DM's accomplice is going to come and play.
Oh, God.
and this might be a little overkill, but it was the first thing that I thought
You
sounded
did this,
cool.
Robin.
You start to see a bunch of bones come out of the ground and form into a body like form. And now the spell isn't complete, but from what you can see, about half of what appears to be a skeletal colossus is being formed.
Oh my god.
That's you.
That was a sneeze of
sneezed
shock.
Sneezed out of fear.
Rob Loki was kind of hoping you didn't come this way tonight. But Rob Loki also wanted you to meet the League.
We end the last session. Go north. They were like, okay.
Go north.
So that's happening down there, and in the meantime, you guys don't notice it behind you yet, but there is a orc standing behind you with 2 daggers that look very similar to the one that was on the ground.
Oh yeah.
He's just standing there menacingly. I would say he used all of his abilities to get up there behind you, because he was sneaking and he had taken a little drinky drink of something he had on his pouch. So that'll take it to Cien's turn.
Okay. Well, Cien's going to immediately fly over to Cheshire and is going to, like, throw his tiny little body on top of him like a shield. So he's kind of like a feral little dog there, just, like, on all fours, like, wig up in the air. And he goes, I told you I'm coming for your kneecaps! And he's going to put a Chaos Bolt onto the main guy because it's got pretty good range. It's 120 feet of range. Yeah, because Witch Bolt's only 30 feet. So he's going to do a Chaos Bolt. Let me see what happens.
Love Chaos Bolt.
I need to roll to see if I hit, but I also I'm going to quickly roll to see what damage it is first, just so I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I need to roll a d8 and see what random damage I get. Ooh. You might like this. Acid damage.
Ooh.
Guy who likes dead things might enjoy acid damage. Well, let's see. If this hits, then it's going... Oh god, I'm nervous. Because, like, we're level 2 and someone's dying. Oh god! I'm gonna roll Jane's opalite dice because the other night they brought me back from the dead, so we'll see. And then oh god, and then I have to roll a magic surge after this, see if I have one.
Is this what it's like to be unconscious, Tyler?
Yes! For anybody who doesn't watch us on Monday nights, we ended a session where I was, like, unconscious in a hag's hands. Started the next one with me still unconscious. I wake up, go run off and hit something, and then a giant hag hand comes out and, like, bitch slaps me across the room. I'm out again.
If only Dame had stayed where she was. Ravon betrayed you.
I have 6 hit points right now, and we're still in our fight. Anyway, I got so excited that I sat my dice down and didn't do anything. Natural 20, I'll take that down.
Oh!
Yes, crit!
For anybody who wants the very pretty, designed by Crash Candy Cosplay, the Opalite dice, this is your D20 side. It's absolutely
So
gorgeous.
pretty.
And that should be in stock right now.
It was
It
when I
should
just got
be.
them the other day, or the other.
Oh, and you get 10% discount by putting in Twins 10 when you check out.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
so
guys get those opalite dice, you'll match a bunch of us too. I just ordered my set today.
That's true. I also have the spellcaster glass ones that are
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I actually
Oh.
ordered a set today, but I forgot which ones I ordered. So
So this just became, instead of 2d8, because I crit that, 4d8.
Ooh. Lay it on me.
I need one more 8. And then I gotta see if I have a wild magic surge, which with my luck, we're gonna have something horrible happen right now.
That's right. It's just every unconscious creature in a 20-foot radius immediately dies. I think that's on the wild magic table.
It might be. Who really knows at this particular point?
Especially after you dismembered a dead rock rabbit.
Yeah.
Is this karma for that? Where's my other D8?
This is the revenge of Madame Tickles.
Ooh.
Tess is mad at all of you.
Oh
we
my
loved
God.
her. How can she do this to us?
Tess
the
is
best.
furious.
This is
Tragic.
the best damage. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I sent
10.
Sophie the clip of her saying Tess Tickles.
What
She
said?
had no idea what she had said.
Oh, I watched it and I was like, she literally has no idea.
No.
24 points of acid damage.
Ooh.
Yes, Scinn.
Rolled 2 5s, an 8, and a 6. And now let's see if I have a wild magic.
Oh wow,
surge.
someone's
Let's do a
satisfied with
magic surge
themselves.
against him.
I'm
Blast him
probably-
with a magic surge.
Yeah, let's see. Oh God, I'm so nervous. Lucinda, where are you? I need you to Where did I put Lucinda?
Just get
You
it on
gotta
up in
rub it
there.
on the little curly
I mean,
loopies.
Touch all them
I get a
fibers.
surge- if I get a surge and it's a good one, then that would be great. But
Yeah. This is thematically appropriate. You are showing out for your friends being in danger.
okay, it was very close. Rob, are we doing that thing we talked about? Because it was at 2. We're doing that thing we talked about where I'm in the Feywild. I'm more likely to have these things because if so, I just had one. Otherwise,
I
no.
think we
didn't have one.
should.
Yeah.
Okay, then I rolled
Why
2.
not?
'Cause I think we said like 1 to 5 instead of just 1. So I just had a wild magic surge.
Yeah, I think
Turn
it-
the
what was
guy
it?
into a potted
It was
plant.
1 to
Little
5 and
feral
11 to
Scinn.
15 or something. 11, something like that.
Little feral Scinn is like on the ground, like on all fours, like perched over Cheshire, almost like he's like the rake or something like that. It's just like like this bolt comes down, then something else unexpected happens.
Boy.
Okay, what do you do? Oh, I just went in the wrong place. Oh no.
Mhm.
For anyone who is joining us tonight for the first time, Scinn is a wild magic sorcerer, which
Yeah.
means that anytime he casts a level 1 or higher spell, he has to roll to see if there is a surge. And if there is a surge, there's this long table of 100 different options of what could happen. Some are good, some are bad, some are kind of neutral. So we just rolled a D100 to see what.
Peace.
Yeah,
Please
and
be
it's
a plant.
it's a very
Thank you, Maddy.
big. Yeah, it's a
You're
very
welcome.
big chart of like 1 to 99 that your percentile tells you. Oh my God! Sorry, I keep getting distracted. The rats are screaming at each other back here.
They want to be the center of attention.
They're concerned.
They're like, oh no, Rob!
Okay, I need to. Okay, so I got the option where you cast shield on yourself, but I don't know if that's going to do anything for Cheshire because I'm in front of him. I got 51, which is the option. A spectral shield hovers near you for the next minute, granting you a +2 bonus to AC and immune to magic missiles. But I don't. It says on you, so I don't know if I can like cover Cheshire with it or not. But regardless, my AC just went to
So
14.
I will say that because you're laying
That's
on Cheshire,
cool though.
it is behind you, kind of. So you're basically acting as a shield for Cheshire.
You have a tiny little fairy's butt in your face, and he's like, "I'm protecting you." Okay, well that's what happened on my turn.
Okay. And because we are already long overdue, and some interesting things are going to be happening very soon, you guys okay with taking a quick break?
Yeah.
That's suspense.
Yes, I was going to ask
Let's
you
do it.
actually if you were happy to when we got to the end of the thing.
Yeah.
Can I take a quick second? Real
Yeah,
quick, Say
absolutely.
some things.
Yeah.
First of all, we have way more people right now than we had at the beginning of the stream. So, reminder about art. You're about to watch an art reel of people who have drawn things, cosplayed things, made minis on Hero Forge, made memes on meme creating app and things, and it's pretty fun. If you want your stuff included, just tag any of us or use the hashtag Misty Mountain Streaming, and we will find it and we'll include it because I'm going to be updating this as we go along.
Misty Mountain Art.
Misty
Hashtag
Mountain.
What did I
Misty
say?
Mountain Art.
Misty Mountain Art. I'm sorry. Thank you. Second thing is announcing conventions. Rob and myself will both be attending I will be working. He will be attending, but we'll be there at Planet Comic-Con next month. So it's in Kansas City, Missouri,
Yep.
I think.
Yes, sir.
Which is still confuses the heck out of me. That's like saying you're in Alabama City, California, or something. But if you are going to that show, or if you're near that show and you want to hang out with us and buy either of us a drink, or talk to us, or have us buy you a drink, great time. I mean, that will be where it will happen.
Or go tell them how cool Tyler and I are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't
Talk
forget to
them
do
about
that.
nothing
Bonus
about the
points
toilet.
if you cosplay Rob.
Bonus points if you cosplay Sock Rob.
That might be a little harder.
A little yarn beard.
No.
Oh, hey guys, were you talking about me again? What'd you think of that bone colossus?
Hi, Sock Rob.
Anyway, enjoy the hard work and effort that other people have put into. It's not just from the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. It's from our Monday night streams as well. It's from our one-shots as well. You might or might not recognize some stuff. If you don't recognize something, go back and watch our back catalog of stuff on YouTube, and it will all make sense to you. And I need a beer, so let's go to break.
Okay, guys, we will be back. Enjoy the content, and we'll be back in a
Thank you,
few.
Maddie.
See you soon.
All right, all. Welcome back. We'll let this transition ad run because it's cool and stuff. I don't
that was the
know
biggest yawn I've ever
if my
seen out of you.
voice is playing over it or not, but it takes
It
15
absolutely
seconds.
is.
So we're just going to talk. Hello, everyone. We're back. All of the
Hello.
players are still here. I assure you, none of them have mysteriously vanished. They're, hurting a little bit. But if you're just now joining us, to give you a recap, our party here decided they were going to chase after a mysterious noise. It sounded like some summoning. They met some magic armor that mimicked every move they made. Cheshire decided to try and be a brave boy and shot an arrow at an evil guy. Evil guy said, not today, and shot some magic at him and sent him onto the ground completely unconscious. And then Sawyer brought him back to a stable condition, and he's sleeping on the ground while Scinn is taking a nap on top of him. So
He's resting.
yeah, he's just resting. It's fine.
We have a tiny cute one out for when someone does
Hello,
die,
baby.
so that I can just shove her in the camera and be like, "Look at that."
Look, I mean, gotta have the cute points available.
Actually, no, she's out because she was being a little turd. She was being the problem child, so now she has to sit in time out with me.
Scinn
Vex
is
is
not
the
a role
drama.
model, Vex.
Really,
So-
though, she could be the inspiration with how crazy she is.
As you guys have just witnessed what happened, kind of tell me what you're feeling. What's going through your heads right now?
Ian's fluttering very back and forth in his little mind, is kind of like, we fight, we run, we fight, we run. Like,
Sawyer is thinking back to her time in like the fighting pits back in Petal Village. She's trying her best to analyze things, but not knowing that there's an enemy behind her is really going to throw a wrench into what she's trying to do. So, she's also regretting punching herself in the face. So, it's fine.
And
everything's
there's
just like
absolutely
tiny
nothing
and
going through
feral.
Cheshire's brain. It is out of commission.
She's resting.
There's just some Wii music going on.
It's just Darude Sandstorm.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
So as you guys are kind of shaken up and like almost feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew, you hear what sounds to be like more people approaching, except they are coming from below the hill, so behind you essentially. Coming up first, there is a dark figure that just kind of like jolts up and behind this orc that is standing in front of you. So they're almost like sneaking up on them. And this lady, she sneaks up right behind this orc and takes 2 daggers and like puts them at the throat of this orc. And says, "We finally got you, you bastard. Quit picking. Like, this fight is for good." And like as she goes to kind of like slit this gentleman's throat, he takes his elbow and cracks this individual in the stomach, just enough to like break the grapple. And he says, "You foolish human. You obviously can't withstand the forces of evil. But I have no tolerance for bullies, so I'm not going to deal with you." You see him take his potion bottle with a liquid in it, and he takes another swig of it, and he vanishes. So, as he vanishes,
Howard.
you see. So you're distracted by this lady that ran up and just basically defended you all, and running as fast as she can, almost right behind her, in a bright yellow, like, think of like what knights wear, like that tunic, like that's full length, It's bright yellow. She has a white cape behind her, and she says, "Don't worry, guys. We've got you. We're here. We've been tracking these guys. We're here for you." And she leans down and puts a hand on Cheshire and casts Revivify, and heals you all up. Let's see, what rolling dice would that be?
It should say in
Revivify
the
only
spell.
helps if I'm actually dead.
Oh, if
which
you're
I'm not.
dead. Okay, no, then we won't do that.
Of course,
Cure
I never play
wounds,
healers, and Maddie
right?
does play healers, so Maddie was like,
Yeah,
I
you
know
could-
this.
She could do a mass cure wounds or a mass healing word and hit all three of us.
We'll do a mass
if you want to do that.
cure wounds.
That high level. Damn.
She's
you're
a
trying
strong lady.
Yeah, she is
You're
a
trying to give me
strong
little
lady.
licks and kisses now because you're in trouble. That doesn't work, Bex.
So you
And
all...
I will say, during all of this, Sawyer is very much like, look at these beautiful ladies coming up to save us.
Um,
Ian
you
the
all
whole
heal
time,
5
while that,
points
like-
of damage, or 5
Ooh,
points of health.
cool.
Yes.
While that whole like serious interaction of like I don't deal with bullies and stuff like that, and off in the distance, all you guys can hear is just Cian still on top of Chester, just going like, he's like in a feral state.
So this is kind of like a lady knight. She has long red hair, obviously like a healer type.
Sawyer's in love.
And coming up behind them at a slower pace, just kind of like climbing this hill with his staff, you see a older gentleman, white robes with red and gold trim, a beard that goes all the way down to his feet. He's like, these won't mess with you any longer. And what can he do?
Don't you headphones.
You guys didn't know you were getting reinforcements.
No,
New
we didn't.
friends!
He is going to cast a freezing ray at our boy at the bottom of the hill, Zargash. Let's see. Which was a 1.
What are you doing?
So
Cool.
it,
Thanks, bud.
he goes to cast this freezing ray, and it just kind of like blows up in his hand and sends him just kind of like down to a knee. Like it hurt, but he's not like knocked out by any means. And the healer again says, guys, it's so important that you get out of here. These guys are not ones to be messed with. We've been tracking the League of Malevolence for quite some time, and we're going to finish them off here and now. You guys need to get to the inn at the end of the road as quickly as you can and recover, lay low, and rest assured we will take care of these guys.
Yeah. Really glad we were able to help you guys. We were looking for the League of Marshlands as well, just to like track them down. We had people looking for them and all that. So like, you're welcome. Thank you for helping our friend. But you know, like, if you want to come hang out later, just let us know.
So she's gonna roll an insight check to see kind of what you're talking about, and she sees right through your bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Cian like leans over and like way too loudly in like a child whisper where he thinks he's being quiet, and he's like, Sawyer, stop flirting. Cheshire's dying.
He's fine.
What
He's
road
fine
you-
now.
What road did you mean, lady? There's just forest everywhere. Like, come on.
Yeah. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
So, and they're like assuring you, like, quick, run down the hill, get out of here, go. And Zargash from the bottom of the hill cast his spell that earlier had sent Cheshire down to the ground, up at this wizard that just failed at his freezing ray.
Oof.
So you almost have a battle of the wizards going on over here. And he misses, but just barely. So
I kind of help Cheshire up and sling his arm over my shoulder so I can support him as we go. And I go, "Screw you, Zuckerberg! You'll never get our faces!" as we leave.
And as you're starting to leave, like, you hear what you can only assume is the rest of that bone colossus forming at the bottom of the hill.
Doing all right, buddy?
Sam's gonna scoot
You
himself
good?
under the other arm and start like flapping to try to help.
Cheshire is uncharacteristically quiet and somewhat bewildered, but he gives you a shaky nod.
I like pat you. You did good out there. You were so brave. You were so brave.
You're so
Let's-
good,
let's-
man.
Yeah, let's find that inn they were talking about.
We're gonna let you take a
Chill.
nap.
Yeah. It's
I was
kind of
gonna get you some cookies because that definitely helps you heal with those cookies.
So, as you guys make your way down towards the bottom of this hill, and you keep heading north, as you can see there on the map, you see a little hut not too much further ahead. That is the inn that you're looking for. So you have a river to cross.
God.
no, our worst enemy. Right. Cheshire, thoughts on piggyback ride or like carry like a baby or fireman over the shoulder?
If anybody has like rope, like we could tie it to a tree on this side, and I can fly it to the other side, and we can.
That's really smart. And I'll dig through my belongings, and I'll pull out my 50 feet of hempen rope that every adventurer has and needs. And I'll go over and I'll
Whether
tie
or not
it
they
to.
can use it is a different story.
Exactly. I'll tie it to the tree and I'll pass the end to Cian. You're the
Gonna take
ideas
it.
guy.
He's gonna take it and fly over, and you guys watch him like literally like fly his whole body around a tree instead of just like walking it around. Like you just see him be like hovering around this tree. And he's not gonna really like he's gonna tie it, but just like as extra safety, he's gonna still be holding on to it with it wrapped around the tree.
It's like, okay, guys, it's fine. It's gonna be fine.
He's like prepared over there.
Right.
Okay.
Cheshire. You want to do this yourself? You want to teamwork it? Feel like we're a good team.
I expect I'm all right. Thank you.
You got this.
So, who's going across the rope first?
Cheshire
Sawyer's
can go.
Sawyer's gonna kind of do like a after you sort of thing for
Okay.
Cheshire.
Okay. So as Cheshire starts to use this rope to climb across the river, Cian, give me a strength check.
Right. That's what I excel at. Not
You
really.
did say you tied it off, yeah?
No.
Yeah, but
Oh, did
just
you?
out of
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, he like looped it and then did like the bunny ear thing because like he doesn't
We're-
tie
Okay,
bows
you
like
don't have to roll
normal
then.
people
We're
do.
holding on to it for comic effect.
I thought you were just
Yeah.
holding on to it,
He's
like wrapped
hovering
around the
next to it, it's
tree.
just, like,
It's the facade of strength and him helping.
Okay.
That's good because my strength is a minus.
So Cheshire makes it across the river, no issues, and Sawyer starts to make it across. And as you're there, up ahead a little ways, you see what looks to be a dirt path going up a small hill. A little bit of like taller grass, like almost like marshy, with a large building that has lights on. There's smoke coming out of the chimney. Like there's definitely people there. And out front you see a sign that says "Inn at the end of the road."
An apt name for a place like this.
Ian's like flown up as the second basically that they got like onto the shore and stuff like that. He immediately like dropped the rope and like went flying up there and like burst his little tiny body into the door, and it's just like, we need a room. Our friend almost died.
As you're in there, you're greeted by the innkeeper. She is in. Okay, her name is. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, I had to read that. You're greeted by the innkeeper, who is a human female. She says, "Oh, well, you guys look like you've seen a hell of a day, but you didn't have to kick my door in. It's not gonna bite you or anything. Well, you need a room for the night? Like, is that all you like? Do you want food? Like, I'm sorry. Let me introduce my name. My name is Sue Harabax. I've been running this inn since before the Hourglass Coven arrived and took control of Prismere. Let's get you guys some food. Feel free to just have a seat anywhere. I'll bring you out some stew, and we'll get a room fixed up for you all as well."
I love a good stew.
You have cookies.
You know,
I almost died.
I might have some cookies in the back. Let me see what I can arrange for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Where do you want to sit? Where looks comfortable for you?
Are we feeling like a corner seat up at the bar in the middle of the room? Do we want a booth? Do we want like a table with chairs?
I keep muting myself because there's sirens going on outside my.
Oh no!
Just anywhere is fine.
Well, what are we feeling, seeing?
How about we take booths in the corner so that we can eye people without them eyeing us?
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
And this time,
Head over to the corner booth.
It's approaching early evening. There are quite a few different characters within the inn that are, talking. Some of them are some Harengon folk that are just, they don't seem hostile by any means. You see some bullywugs kind of wander in and ask for some stew. You see, like, there's a fireplace it's got a nice warm fire going. A few open tables, and then there's a booth in the back.
It's probably a really good idea we didn't bring any stone Harengon body parts with us. With like the really not aggressive friendly ones over there. Probably would have been a bad look, honestly.
Probably, but just
it would have looked
gotta
badass.
Keep an eye on them to make sure that they're not actually bad. They might just be pretending.
They might be good actors. We'll keep an eye out.
So Sue comes out with 3 bowls of stew for you guys and a small plate of cookies, and sets them at the table, and she's just trying to make small conversation with you all. And she's like, "So, this guy looks like he's had better days. Like, what happened to you out there?"
He was being so brave and telling off these nasty people.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just being real nasty.
Yeah. They hit him with a spell, and then he went down, and then a big bone thingy started coming out of the ground, and then some big buff lady came and healed him, and then I think ran off and punched some guy in the face. I might just be
Yeah, they were really cool.
They, like, there were multiple people?
Yeah.
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 Oh, Valor's Call must be back in the area. I've got so much cleaning that I need to do. I've got, I bet they're going to need a hot meal as well. Like, I'm sure they make a habit to stop in here every time they're in the area. And I mean,
They were the ones who recommended you to us, so
they've protected this inn so many times. Ever since those stingy hags have taken over this domain. They don't even get me started. That hag Bavlorna, she is so lazy and so demanding over everybody here and won't leave anybody alone. She sends those god awful rabbits around, and like she's kind of whispering to like not get the attention of the other rabbits that are there. She sends these rabbits around raiding, and like I can't have any more stolen from me. Thank God for Valor's Call. They've stopped all of that because they know not to come here anymore because I'm protected. But
that's pretty cool.
Don't worry about it. And enjoy your meal. Here's some cookies for you, my friend. Since Valor's Call sent you here, the beds are free tonight. Don't worry about it. Get a good rest. Are you planning to stay long, or like I don't know how long I can give you the bed for free, but if Valor's Call says you're good for it, like you're welcome to stay.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
Just see how long. I know we need a night, but we're supposed to be finding some guy with a bag on his head.
I haven't heard of any gentleman with a bag on his head.
Have you heard the name Clapperclaw?
Yes, Clapperclaw. He's poor dude. He was been captured, and he's up there near the Brigand Tollway, and that was, and you see her kind of thinking, and it's like, oh, it must have been a month ago or so. I haven't seen him. I sure hope he's okay, and I'm glad you guys are in charge of trying to go find him. But I wish you luck, and like I said, enjoy your food and get your sleep. And I gotta get back to these other clients. Like it's rush hour, as you can see. And as she says that, you hear a giant like slam on the bar, like from a dwarf male sitting at the bar, saying, "Sue, I need another one, please." Like sounding sad and almost distraught. And she says, "All right, my friends. And I'm sorry. What were your names?"
I'm Sawyer.
Yeah, that's Sawyer. I'm Cersei.
Cheshire.
It's lovely to meet you all. Enjoy, and like you hear like the demand come up, and she's kind of bows and waves and runs back to the bar.
She was nice.
As she leaves, Cian like pops the wig off and like sits it in the seat beside him. Then he like full bodily like crawls on the table like a child and like picks up one of the cookies and starts like to Cheshire just going like, "Eat it. Come on, big boy, just eat it. You feel better." Like,
I'm okay now. See it. Thank you. And I pinch the cookie out of his little hand and take a bite to show that I am eating.
yeah, but I got my eye on you. Keep eating it. And he sits back in his seat next to Lucinda.
Are you sure you're okay? You seem kind of like...
Yeah, which I mean, I get, like nearly dying, kind of. It's an emperor on the day, but like.
Look. And he'll adjust himself in his seat. Say, I I don't know about the two of you. I know very little of your histories. I know, Sawyer, you've had some experience with some rough stuff in the past. Look, we promised that we would help Kettlestein. And then that gnome woman, just Eliwick, just hustled us into a mirror and talked us into assisting some person we've never met in a land that we've never been to, in a place that we don't know, and we know no one, and we know nothing. And we come across some creatures that are behaving untoward to us, a snake or two, and some bunny rabbits, and we manage them by sake of our wile and our wit, but then we come across something altogether beyond us, something that is capable of practically killing me with no effort, and frankly, we're fortunate that it was me and not one or the other of you. And then did she say Valor's Call? Was that who they were?
Cool name, yeah.
They're better suited for this. They're actual adventurers. Certainly more so than me, probably more so even the two of you. The sort of magic they're casting and withstanding, I haven't fathomed or seen before in my life, and this is not for me. This is not what I can do. This is not what I'm capable of. This is not what I've done. I mean, does that make any sense? Am I...
I mean...
We should tell Valor's Call about Sibilna and let them take care of it. They'll do a better job, and they probably won't die doing it.
Now listen here. Even the best of adventurers have their off days. You know, even the best of people, like the most trained ever, like sometimes just, get beat a little too hard. That doesn't mean that you're not good at things. I mean, there's a lot of things I can say I'm not good at, but I still do them.
I think though it's important to understand your limitations, and this place is clearly beyond us. I mean, we all have to start somewhere, but maybe perhaps there's something more that we're more of a match for than this. Than people who, I mean, look at me, and he pushes his shirt aside and turns his head, and he's always had kind of this silver and brown, silver and gray on his coats and whatnot, and more of his hair and more of his fur, his coat is white than it used to be. This is that it's not okay. I'm all for nobility and valor and doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do, but I will run out of the ability to do the right thing very quickly pursuing this, I feel.
So you know my dad in town, right? Back in Petal.
Yes.
Yeah, you see him in the bar sometimes. I mean, he used to be incredible. He supported our family. And then when my mum died, he kind of crumbled, and I had to step in, kind of like how we've ended up stepping in here. And I didn't think I could really do what I needed to do to help my dad and my brother, but I had to keep going. There wasn't another choice for me. And I feel like until we figure this out, we can't really go back. If Kettlestream can't connect to anyone here, I don't think we can connect to anyone out there. So even if we don't think we're fully set out for something like this, we've got to at least try to get to the point where we can get home.
I mean, our best chance at that is having Valor's Call handle it. I mean, isn't it? I mean, if you were to die in this place, then who would help your father? Who would help your numerous siblings? We don't need to be risking your life when, and frankly, we contributed nothing to that encounter at all. Nothing that we did mattered in the end. Even the clever bit where you disassembled a suit of armor, it got back up. The Valor's Call can handle that sort of thing. We'd only be getting in the way.
Right, so we avoid that area over there. Head towards the toll.
And
That's
I
what we
hope
were
that's
told
what
to
we-
do originally.
That's
Like,
what we
if-
were doing when I was hit with a terrible spell.
I mean, yeah, but
Uh,
do you avoid everything when something bad happens? I mean,
Not
if
everything bad is equivalent with death, Sawyer.
Cian's been sitting there quietly, and he'd like pulled out a little like piece of paper that he's kind of wrinkling in his little hands as he's holding it there, and he goes,
I mean, let me tell you the story of a small, stupid little fairy. Spoiler alert, that's me. You can't always, prepare for things. I mean, I had such a good life with my family. Like, I have so many brothers and so many sisters. And my mom and dad are just like the greatest little fairies you would ever met. But like, I got curious, so I left one day, and I couldn't get back. And like, I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I sat in the forest and cried for 3 days. But eventually I found people who helped me. Like Valor's Call just helped us. And I picked myself up and found a way, to keep going and to like make things enjoyable and happy. And that's when I found the circus, and like I found this really nice little family. And like at this point he like spreads the drawing out, and it's like a kind of crappily drawn little Oni, and he goes, this little girl that I met like made me this, and like she was so nice. And like, like things seem really bad sometimes, and like things never are gonna go the way you think they're going to, but like it's kind of just how things work. I mean, we can't just sit back and wait for other people to take care of a problem. We can fix it sooner. And if we fix it sooner, then we can also go home sooner.
I see the point you're trying to make, but I don't know that we can fix anything sooner. I don't know that I can fix anything at all. And I don't want either of you to get hurt. The spell that came at me could easily have come at either of you, and maybe I couldn't have prevented you from dying, and maybe Valor's Call wouldn't have been there. And then what would I do?
I think you just gotta look at things kind of like... I mean, I just wake up every day and realize, I might just die today. Like I might blow myself up, somebody might blow me up, and like I'm prepared that, I might just die randomly someday. And I wouldn't like blame that on you, Cheshire, like...
No.
But I will blame
might.
you if you die. I will blame you if you die, because you died in that. Yeah. I was meant to sound nice, but it came out bad.
I don't want... We all just survived something horrendous, and there's a warm bed waiting for all of us. There are cookies, and there are a drink. I'm still quite frankly turned off of them by my experience at the carnival. But
Yeah.
if you wish to celebrate surviving such an encounter, I don't want to stand in your way. But I think that I'd like to sleep, and perhaps hope that when we wake, that our rescuers will be here and ready to have a discussion of how best they should proceed.
When I going to fight in the fighting pits back at home. I don't just jump in. I usually like to suss out my opponent. And I feel like we jumped into this place without sussing anything out. So you go up to bed. I'm going to talk to the rest of these patrons here. See if any of them have any healing potions that they can sell us. Talk to Sue up at the bar. See if she has any sort of maps or things that could help us on our travels. And we're going to head out of here with more preparations and more of knowing what to expect. Because I think we ran into something without enough information. And while I'm not necessarily book smart, I like to think of myself as street smart. And you get street smart by asking questions.
Cheshire pulls his pouch, his coin purse from his belt, which is still jingling and heavy from the wished-in 100 gold that he accidentally came across. And he'll set it in front of Sawyer and say, well, whether this pays for a few drinks, or a potion, or to grease the palms of someone who knows something that we don't, I hope you use it well. And I think I will retire. And to the two of you, well, I'm very glad you're all right.
We're glad you're all right, too. You should have seen Scinn on top of you. He's like a rabid dog protecting you.
I probably look like a chihuahua.
It was very
Small,
intimidating.
angry chihuahua. And like the last thing I'm gonna tell you before you go up to bed is just like, I know this kind of just blew up in our faces, but like, I mean, like think about like how much we helped Jingle Jangle earlier today. You know, like good
And Sir
things happen.
Talavar.
Yeah, like good things happen sometimes, and bad things happen other times. Like it's perfectly fine if things sometimes don't go the way you expected. And I'm very, very glad that the big buff lady in yellow came and healed you. Because otherwise we were about to just like drag you through the mud to get here. So.
Oh, did we just lose a Maddy?
Oh, we'll pause it. We'll see.
I'm
Might
sure.
pop back.
Quite a photogenic freeze frame for her, though.
Right?
I know. It's better than when Jane froze, just like doing that in the street.
Cheshire will nod solemnly at this advice from Scinn, and will go back and see Sue and find out where their room is. I don't know if we have 1 or 3, but he will go to wherever he is supposed to go.
Sue says, "Oh, heading off to bed early tonight. I mean, you look like you could use the rest. Your room's the third one on the left. I got one room for all 3 of you, but there's a big bed and a smaller bed in there. It's the best I can do with such short notice."
It's more than fine. And Cheshire will relegate himself to having dibs on the small bed.
For our viewers, Maddie just had a little bit of a power issue, so we're just
Yeah.
waiting for her to pop back in.
Oh, by the way, hi, Wasteland Girl. Glad
Yes,
you were here.
Hello.
I'm playing Sad Boy tonight.
Sad Boy Cheshire, who
His name is literally. Look on Cheshire the Sullen. It's on the screen.
Before Cheshire leaves the table, like Scinn does a very grandma thing and like picks up one of the cookies and just kind of goes like, and like slaps it in her hand. It's like, you eat that.
Okay.
Eat that and you wake up feeling better. Like a very forceful, like, I love you kind of thing, man.
When Maddie comes back, Rob and I will be in the right places.
we will.
Yeah.
I am.
It's okay.
I'm now the.
You're now Maddie. I'm half a dungeon master, and my mic is playing my character.
Yeah.
Well, you can poke your head down in that frame.
I'm Cheshire. Hello.
Nope, not quite.
I didn't quite get it. Oh well. Man, Cheeseburger God has got the emojis there. We got bacon. We got
Right?
goat.
We got a lot of crying faces.
So many
Aw.
crying faces.
Our guys.
Aw. Even some of them are Rob's crying face. It's like progressively more as we go down. Too. Well, Cheshire's out. I mean, Scinn is welcome now that having gifted him the cookie to talk around the bar, or
Yep,
I think that was something of Maddie's plan.
Scinn
Sawyer's
and
plan.
Sawyer are sitting at your table, still kind of eating on your stew a little bit. What? How's that kind of looking? I'll try and play Sawyer a little bit.
I imagine Sawyer's probably eating the soup like a regular human being, and instead Scinn's like scooted the soup to her, pulled the plate of cookies in front of him, and just kind of going like, "Man, God, that was wild." Like talking with his mouth full. Oh, now I have to chew down my cookie. But man, he's just kind of talking, just kind of like. So we want to try to get like some maps. And like ask around questions, and like, do you think we should ask like the rabbit guys over there if they're good or bad? Because we've had bad experiences.
I mean, I know after kind of experiencing that, I think I would like to see if Sue has any potions or any supplies that we could buy. And I'd also like to get a drink. Like, I'm still kind of processing. I feel so bad for Cheshire as well.
Hey!
There she is. Kind
All
of.
right. He'll be up in a second. But
Poor thing. That's unlucky.
I feel so bad for Cheshire. I wish there was something.
Oh
that
no, you
I
gotta
could
do the accent.
I feel so bad for Cheshire, you know.
Do the accent until she gets back.
I feel so bad for Cheshire. I really wish that I.
That's not bad.
Me every Monday night game.
There's her adorable face.
Was I hearing Sawyer impressions?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. All the lights flickered. It was like a scary movie. All the lights flickered, and then everything shut down, and my PC shut down, and you all froze.
Someone just put in darkened mood, and it just only affected you.
Only you.
It was just for me in real life. And I'm so sad it happened during our heart-to-heart, too. So,
so to
sorry.
get you caught up, I was playing you. You were eating...
Right. I'm going to have to watch the VOD later to see your performance.
Yeah.
You and Scinn were eating food. Scinn scooted his stew over to you and stuffed his face full of cookies.
Stew to you.
Oh, heck yeah.
He's
been talking full mouth too, just kind of like, no,
like
over here.
Wants to see if the rabbits are friendly or not. You were going to go talk to Sue at the bar, see if you had she had any supplies that you could buy, and get a drink, because your mood is kind of down because you feel bad for Cheshire.
I really do feel so bad for my buddy.
I hope he just sleeps off it. Like, you know, he wakes up feeling a whole lot better. Cause like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes a good night's sleep helps me feel better about situations, no matter what it is.
Yeah, like... I always feel better after I sleep, but like, I sleep for like... My God, Slayer, let me tell you, there was one day that I slept for 20 hours out of the day.
No way. That's more than I've slept. I've slept like 16 hours once.
The people in the circus, I was dead. Yeah,
well, I'm glad you didn't just like die, because then like we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't have thrown the skeleton down the stairs. None of that. Which you know.
I mean, you might have still thrown the skeleton down the stairs without me.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the same with someone else. It's good to be with you.
Thank you, Bush Bud. You know, just throwing skeletons down the stairs is just good pastime. It's a good bonding experience.
Yeah. I think so. Maybe we just
we
got to get...
bonded over Mistress Tickles. We really did.
She brought us together, really.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, you know, like, her style of tickling is probably a real good bonding experience. So, like, you know.
I think so.
Yeah, we learned a lot. We learned a lot from Mistress Tickles. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And one of the other bar patrons is like, did they just say Mistress Tickles? Like, what?
Yeah, we're not like trying to be quiet about this. We're just openly talking about Mistress Tickles.
Yep.
Oh, they must be talking about old lady Tess. I hope she's doing well.
Sorry to tell you, sir, she's a skeleton.
And they're just like bewildered, like
Her tower is
100% funny bones. Old Tess.
like,
tickling.
I saw Tess. Oh, I mean, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she was fine. That's terrible to hear.
Oh gosh, she decomposed real fast.
Yeah. I mean, you could still visit her hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
She's just hanging out.
We left her in her tower, like, we sat her up and, like, you know, treated her nice for the night, and, like, she's still tickling from beyond the grave, you know.
It's true. She's doing what she loved best.
You guys went to the tower, did you?
Oh, we stayed overnight in the tower.
Yeah, she's very hospitable even after her life.
Where do you think these kinky boots came from? No, I'm kidding.
And he leans back over. He's like, "These guys were at the Tickle Tower."
Oh God.
Yeah, we were.
You got the T-shirt. I survived the Tickle Tower.
So, as you're doing that, you hear the dwarf that's at the bar that had demanded another round for himself. He's just sitting there by himself, drinking, like almost like talking a plan over in his head. You have the rabbit folk at another table. They're playing a game of cards now. You have the people next to you, and Sue's just kind of serving a few other random people at the bar as well.
I think Sawyer's gonna go over to the group of Harangon first. Just because they're kind of hanging, not gonna interrupt too much. And she'll introduce herself and she'll just explain. Yeah, no, it might be like hard to tell, but we're not from around here. And I was just curious if you guys happen to have any extra supplies that I could buy off you for a travel.
Let me go check the back room and see what we got.
Hey, thanks.
So she runs back she makes sure everyone's good at the bar and kind of tops off the dwarf's drink, and she runs back into the storage room.
Be so hospitable, that Sue. And I'll watch the Harangon play their card game for a minute, see what's up there.
Yeah, and from what you can tell, none of it makes sense. You're just like, you're trying to follow along, but you're like, I don't understand what's happening, because it just
Heck yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Can I do some sort of perception check to see if any of them have some sort of like map on their belts or something like that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That is a 14.
Sorry, 14. So they are like, they're dressed similarly to you guys. They don't appear to have anything fancy on them. They just are like just standard patrons that you would expect. This might be like their corner spot. You can't imagine there being too many like
Gotcha.
inns or corner bars in the area. So
But they seem like regulars here then?
Yeah, like
Cool.
they're always here kind of playing cards type of guys.
Okay. I'm going to pull out 2 gold from Cheshire's pouch that he left. I'm going to go over and say, put 2 gold into the game if you all can give me a little more information about the area.
Well, what are you looking to find out?
I mean, any sort of tips or tricks that someone like you all who seem to really know their ways around here could give someone like me who's still learning their ropes.
If you haven't noticed, the water likes to rise around here. It's nice to have a raft nearby.
Okay.
And like you can talk like his brain's going like just kind of like a mile a minute. Like, other thing to watch out for is there's some large snakes in the area. I don't know. It gets muddy.
Listen, what's the deal with the tollway up north of here?
Oh,
do they like charge something in particular? Is there an easy way to get around it or through it?
You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there.
But if I had to.
If you had to?
Yeah.
I mean, it is a tollway, so it's going to cost you a little something. But I mean, the prices fluctuate on however Agdon's feeling that day. But
are we talking like coin? Are we talking like memories or
sometimes
trinkets?
It's coins, sometimes it's trinkets. Sometimes they want the color of your eyes. But and at that time you look at one of the hairs that are there, and you see his eyes are just kind of like clouded over, like they have no color.
Oh, that's creepy.
That's quite the cost. Right, well, I'm going to set the 2 gold down in the center of the table as I promised for the information.
Oh,
and
hey, thanks, pal. You want to play in a game? Like if you have more gold, you can play.
Dan's gonna come
Scinn. Yeah.
Dan's gonna come hover behind her shoulders, just kind of trying his best to like look mildly intimidating, just like, you better tell her what she wants to know. Like,
yeah, while we play, let's talk a little bit, right?
Sure. We
yeah.
can, as long as we're playing,
deal me in. I'll put a couple more gold down and plan on just getting as much info as I can out of this squad while I'm aimlessly passing cards. I have not learned a thing about how to play this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah.
So in this game, we'll since you're a newcomer, let's play. What do you say? 3 rounds?
Yeah,
2
3 rounds
2 gold
sounds
round?
fair.
Does that sound okay?
Let's do it. Pop down 6 gold.
All right.
Ian's gonna take 3 of those and scoot them back and take out his own 3 and be like, we can't use all of Cheshire's money.
That's really fair. Thank you for thinking of that.
So the cards get dealt, and everyone's kind of evaluating what they have, giving you an opportunity to ask your first question.
What's past the toll road? Like, hypothetically, I head through there. What's after that?
Oh, I mean, if you have what they're charging that day, I mean, you could go see that old hag Bavlorna on Downfall, but I mean, I don't advise it. She's old. They call her Old Lockjaw because you don't want to look at her because she. Don't tell her I said this. She's not the coolest looking, and she's kind of ugly. Kind of makes you want to throw up, but don't tell her I said that. So
right. So bring a bath bag.
Yeah, did they call her the Lockjaw because she's got like a padlock on her jaw? I don't understand.
No, she she just kind of looks like this, and he goes to imitate, just like opens his jaw as far as he can, just like loosely, like it's just like hanging there.
Oh, I see.
We like to call her Lockjaw Lorna back at home.
Oh. Okay, so she looks like a Japanese horror movie ghost. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, story has it, her skin's not in great condition. Don't worry though, you can hear her coming. I mean, you can hear like all the rocks, like they're making imitation like rock grinding noises, like.
Nice, nice. You're all funny bunch. I like you guys.
Yeah, you know what? If you have gold, we like you too. And the cards get played, and you lose the hand. The gold gets swept over to the winner. Next round of cards get dealt. Everybody again is back to looking at their hand, kind of strategizing, giving you the opportunity for your second question.
Do you all know Valor's Call? How long that group's been around here and everything?
Oh, you've met Valor's Call? How do you?
Yeah,
how do you know
we fought with them.
Are you,
We fought with them earlier.
oh, you're part of Valor's Call?
I would say like adjacent. We're our own group,
yeah.
but we
we're
worked with
honorary
them.
members. We're honorary members. They said so.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
said so.
I can't believe Elkhorn approved a lot like you. I mean, no offense, but you don't quite look like Valor's Call material, you know.
I mean, we're up and comers.
Excuse me, sir. Do you not see this face? This is the face of a stone cold killer.
He explodes too.
He looks over at his buddy, and he's like, "They're trainees." And like he winks back at him.
Sawyer watches like the teeny tiny little dagger slide up from the side of the table. He's like, "Yeah, it's
Sawyer reaches and pushes the little hand and the dagger back down.
So the
it's all very slow too, like very deliberate. Like you can tell, just like a.
So Valor's Call, they come around every now and then. They seem to be in this endless feud with these really, really bad dudes. I think they call themselves the League.
The League of Murky Down.
Misfits, or I don't know what they call them, but I seen them once, and they up to no good. We try to just leave them alone.
They're pretty bad. So it's just they go back and forth?
I mean, they've been doing it for, it seems like decades at this point. I mean, the Valor's Call is a very large organization, but we've only seen 4 or 5 of them around in the area, typically when they're here.
Right.
I mean, who did you all see?
A lady in yellow and an old guy.
And a roguish lady with, like, knives.
Oh, you saw Lady Mercion. Oh, she's so beautiful. There's times that I wish I was a human, because tell you what, being a rabbit, that would not work. But oh my hubba.
I mean, imagine me being a human, am I right?
Oh my goodness.
This blows me away.
Who else did you say was there?
As you guys are having that conversation, you guys hear Scinn just kind of go. Adults, I swear.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
What was that?
Bearded guy.
Just kind of mutters like, "Adults, I swear."
Bearded guy.
Does the Valor's Call have any intention of like taking on the hag? Or like, are they just kind of doing their own thing?
I mean, they really haven't had a chance to do anything other than like chase these guys down, because it seems like as they get them cornered and ready to make some progress, everything falls back and they're back at square one. Like they just, it seems like if one is about to down, there's another one ready to jump in, and they just can't make any ground.
What I'm getting from that story is they need a small group of adventurers to just sneak in and wham, take them out.
I mean, if you're the trainees, I don't know if they'll let you do that, but I mean, that's your business, not mine.
Listen here, sir. The knife is back out. I'm just like, we're not trainees. I'm not kidding. I've killed a guy.
It's true. I saw it. Pretty intimidating, innit?
Yeah.
All right, guys, the stream is done for the night. So,
thanks for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks. No.
But no. He's just like, okay, buddy, whatever. I mean, he goes.
You won the arm wrestle. I'll prove to you I'm strong.
Are you willing to put your money where your mouth is?
Sure, buddy, sure.
Tell you what. And like you can tell he's definitely hustling you, and it's like 50 gold.
Do you even have 50 gold, sir? You look kind of dirty. No offense. Just asking.
He just kind of like dusts off his fur. He's like, I understand if you're scared.
I mean, you see this fancy powdered wig? Like, I have all the money.
I can also see the dust all over your outfit. I mean, who goes?
That's because
who
we
goes
almost
to a
died
bar
earlier.
being dusty?
Because we almost
It's
died
fighting.
earlier.
Yeah.
We were fighting with Valor's Call. You hear me?
Ah, yes. I almost forgot you were the trainees.
You're saying that like some sort of disrespectful thing when I don't see you
Oh
fighting
no, ma'am.
with them.
No, ma'am. I would never mean such disrespect. You know what? Let's get back to playing cards. I don't want to fight here. Like we're all friends here.
I don't know. I might take the last 2 gold and just like ask the gentleman at the bar or something. Maybe he has answers to the questions too. Maybe better ones.
That old grump over there. Sure, go ask him. And they deal the next round of cards without you.
Take my 2 gold back and put it back. Cheshire deserves this gold anyway. Let's go, Scinn.
As Scinn gets up, he makes a show of going like, too bad my muscles didn't get a workout tonight.
You know what?
Like, flying off with Sawyer.
Someone else deserves those muscles. They weren't worth it.
And no, I get to save my strength now just to like punch somebody else in the kneecap someday.
Yeah, you get those kneecaps.
Always go for the kneecaps, you know, just bring them down, then you get the high ground. Stupid little idiot. My God, what have I done?
So you've left the table. Are you making your way to the dwarf at the bar?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like take up too much time with this. We don't have to do the full role play of this if we want to skip ahead a little bit. But Sawyer's just gonna offer to pay for his next round in exchange for some information about, you know, the northern area we're headed to.
Oh, good.
Now I'm worried.
Let me grab my dice here.
Oh God.
I walk up to the dwarf and immediately take 1,000,000 damage.
He casts Finger of Death.
Had a good run. Goodbye, guys.
So the dwarf like looks at the other ale that's been set there and like looks up kind of confused and like, is this yours?
Oh, well, I mean, it seems like you're in the middle of having a great night, so I thought I'd come join you.
Aye, lassie.
Pay for your round, get one for me.
I did need this indeed. Let me introduce myself. Sorry, I'm Spinnaker Driftwood. I've been in this part for quite some time. Not due to my own choice, but my brother and I, we were here just kind of traveling through until he went missing, and I am trying to figure out what happened to him, but he still hasn't shown up. The drunken oaf, he's probably face down in a pile of mud somewhere, but who knows?
Well, jeez.
Bag over his head.
Does he have a bag and claws?
What he does in his own time, I don't need to know about. We're
Right. Tickle towers and such.
we come from a long line of metal forgers. Not typically in this area. We're in from the mountain region, and we're just kind of traveling through because we've always wanted to see other parts of the world, and you know. We ended up in this area. Next thing you know, everything starts dying around us, and I took on this quest to do some hunting, but my brother was supposed to help me, and he, again, like I said, hasn't been around.
Isn't that how it always goes?
It's odd how that happens, and he tips back his drink, and he signals Sue for another one for all three of you, actually.
It's as big as Cian's head. Like he's holding it, and it's just like
Take it slow, Scinn. Just take it slow. And I'll put down the gold for this round of drinks.
This is not for you. What are you doing?
She wants to party.
So he goes back into it. He's like, yeah, like I always thought I'd like hunting, but it turns out I don't know if I'm any good at it because I can't do it alone, and people have to be quiet, and I'm not very quiet. But perhaps I'd be willing to give the contract to you all if you want to take the hunting trip for me. It's already paid, so whatever rewards you find, you're welcome to keep.
Sounds interesting. But we've got another member of our party upstairs resting, and I want to run it past him first. Are you going to be here in the morning?
I probably will, but I sleep real late. Here, let me give you these pamphlets that I picked up, and
Sure.
I mean, if you want to do an old dwarf like me a personal favor, and if you find my brother Halyard, I'd greatly appreciate it. Send him back here. But he went for a walk one morning after second breakfast, and he just never came back. So.
Oh my god, he only stayed around for second breakfast. Not like thirdsies and elevensies. Sorry, I hate to tell you, but your brother might be dead because that's real weird to not come back for food.
Yeah, he might be real hungry out there.
Lord, I hope not. He's a stubborn oaf, he is. But like I said, if you're able to find him, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, tell you what. Take the pamphlet. We'll go talk to our friend upstairs. And we'll keep our eyes out. And if we cross paths again, even better.
Okay. I greatly appreciate it, but I like how I've turned into an Irish accent.
I love it.
Going into your laddies, yeah.
I got to get to bed now. I bid you all adieu.
Yeah, good night.
Feel free, read over the pamphlets. Like I said, the hunting excursion's already paid for. Just whatever rewards you keep, just let me know when I'd like a trophy, maybe. But
Cool.
You guys can have all the credit for killing it.
Well, you have a good night's rest, sir. It was great drinking with you.
And you too, lassie. And
And as he heads out, I'm gonna flip through the pamphlet and go, Scinn, I've never hunted anything before.
I haven't really either, unless you count like in the circus when I like kind of prowled the kitchens for cheese at 2 a.m. I mean, I guess I was hunting for some cheese.
Yeah, that's
They're not
probably
hunted like a
hunting.
living thing.
Yeah. So maybe Cheshire's a skilled hunter. I don't know. And I shoved the pamphlet in my pocket. Why don't we head upstairs? I'm getting a little tired myself.
Yeah, we can go check on him, make sure he's resting.
Yeah, and like we can all curl up and like have a sleepover. It'd be great.
Yay! At the rubble, if you will. No, I'm kidding.
We'll all squeeze in a little bed. It'll be great.
Well, I don't take up a lot of space. I just need like a little corner and just
Yeah,
curl like
we'll
a
give you
cat.
like the top of the pillow or something.
That's
So as you start to make your way up the stairs, Sue says, "Oh, did Cheshire? Did he tell you what room you're in?"
No.
Oh, well, that would have been very odd if you walked in on somebody. You guys are in the third room on the right.
Third room
Or wait,
on the
was
right.
it the left? I don't remember now.
We'll
find out.
check. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, somebody just goes, I'm real concerned now that Chester went to the wrong room. Like,
Yeah, like I was prepared to like share the bed with you two, but if he's sharing the bed with someone else, no.
I mean,
Like, good
more
for
power
him,
to-
but-
if he walked into a different room and just got a stranger to be like, hell yeah, share this bed, like, more power to
Yeah,
him.
good for him.
Yeah. I mean, he
He
nearly died
deserves it.
today.
Hey, I almost
Yeah.
died today, and all I'm saying is we gotta enjoy life and live it to the fullest while we can. You know, we're not guaranteed tomorrow, so let's live tonight.
So true.
Suddenly, Cheshire walks out in a teeny tiny velvet like spacesuit, like Zaffran again.
So, you guys make it up to the room, and you open the door real quietly, and you see Cheshire. I'm assuming is asleep at this point on the bed.
He is pretending extremely well based on the roll I made to be asleep with a half-eaten cookie still clutched in his hand.
Aw.
Whoa.
Okay.
Is it like
He ate
so
your,
good
he
of a
ate your
roll
cookie.
So
that,
you
just so good of a roll that no one could even hope to beat it?
It's a 21.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's high.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get that.
I have
with
nothing to
perception.
add to perception, so there's no way I'm getting to that. So
So as you walk in, you see Cheshire is asleep on the smaller bed of the two that are in there. Like he left the, we'll call it a queen size bed for the two of you, and he took the twin.
Sawyer,
Let's
why
not
don't we
wake
like
him up.
why don't we like quietly scoot the big bed over to the baby bed so it's like one big bed.
Big bed. It's a really good
Mhm.
idea. I'm gonna
suddenly,
take
suddenly the room is just filled with like as the bed
and like
didn't move.
we're like shushing each other as we scooch it over.
like two children just like, shh, no, you're gonna wake up my dad. No.
Dude, yeah, you can't wake him up. He's had a long day.
Parents are here. Like
And then we crawl into bed.
yeah. Ian like puts himself in between the two and is like got one like hand around
He's,
like,
like,
an
starfishing.
arm. Yeah, and then like there's a foot that's like kind of uncomfortably shoved into Cheshire's back, but like it's there so that he's touching. Yeah.
Good night, Ian.
Good night, Sawyer.
5 minutes later.
Are you asleep yet?
Oh, are you asleep?
No.
Okay.
How about now?
Like, that's
Oh,
that's all Cheshire hears go on for like 30 minutes.
Hey, Ian, do you remember when we like first got here? That was crazy.
Oh God, no! They wanted our memories.
I
Great.
know. I'm glad that they didn't take our memories, though.
I know, me too.
Okay, good night.
Oh, good night. Good night.
Good night.
As they whisper themselves eventually to sleep.
Like two children.
Cheshire kind of waits until until he is convinced that they are asleep, probably until CN snores start to drown out the sound of the tavern outside.
Just a quiet little like
And he like reaches into the sashes on his belt. He went to bed completely dressed, just on top of the covers and everything. And he pulls out the remaining half of his smiling mask that he landed on when he fell down, and just kind of sets it on the pillow, like facing him, and remains awake for a good hour, just looking into the hollow eye and smiling face of his previous life.
Oh, poor buddy. Definitely, like, in the middle of some of, like, that hard thinking, Cheshire just hears, like, little mumbling, just like, oh my god, I just got pancakes. Alright. Like, that's, like, little quiet noises just filling the room.
So, all three of you asleep now?
Oh, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sawyer's knocked out.
So, you all are dreaming at this point. You're sleeping very soundly. Cian, we'll start with you. You are dreaming of a satyr that is whistling to himself as he's reclining in a metal cage that is dangling off the end of a boom that is over a lake. You don't see any kind of distinguishing features other than it's just a satyr. Sawyer, you see a headless, child-sized scarecrow with metal lobster claws for hands. That is trying on a bunch of new heads, including a upside-down wooden bucket, with a withered head of cabbage, and it tries on a large gourd. And Cheshire, you see... where did it go? Where'd it go? You see a hag with toad-like features that is relaxing in a pool of water with miniature versions of herself that are ladling water and pouring it over her head and shoulders. Within this pool room, you see what looks to be almost like trophy mountings. It's like a stone. Oh, think of like the inside of a castle, but along the top you see the stones of what looks like decapitated bullywug heads as a decoration. Very dark room, and that's it. So that is where we will actually end the session for tonight.
Ending on dreams.
So you guys, you all will have a long rest for when we come back in 2 weeks, because Maddie is going on a adventure of her own. So we're going to take this as an opportunity to have a break for ourselves. I can get caught up and come up with some more devious schemes for chaos.
More ways to try to kill us.
But never fear, there will be more content to view on Misty Mountain's gaming channel that Rob will be pleased to tell you about. If you guys are enjoying this content, I greatly would appreciate any comments. Tag us. Like we said, the fan art means so much to each and every one of us, seeing these visions come kind of to life.
So cool.
And
Really
we'll tag you, shout you out. We'll add it to the mid-roll. And yeah, I'm being 5 sessions in. I thought I was going to enjoy this, but each session that we do, I'm enjoying it more and more. And I wanted to thank you guys for making it an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, dude.
For a second, I thought you were going to be like, man, now that we're 5 sessions in, I just hate you all.
It sucks.
I regret all the decisions that led me to life.
No,
I-
I'm really falling in love with all of our characters, and I really enjoy the storytelling that you're doing, Rob.
Oh, thanks. I don't hate you all, but Sock Rob,
Doc Rob, not him
the
again.
new guy here.
So, with regard, it'll be terminology can be confusing. We are missing 2 weeks, so this story will be back in 3 weeks.
Oh yes.
Sorry, guys,
just
I'm going
in
on
case.
vacation.
I mean, have fun.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, people
Um,
deserve vacations.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, selfish plug here, but if you guys want to see what I'm doing next week, check out my Instagram. I'm posting on the story about it.
There you go. And your Instagram is what's under your.
Yeah, with
Hey.
Maddie.Moiselle.
As far as upcoming streams, Friday night, so a couple of nights from now, we'll be playing Phasmophobia. It's Tyler and I are going to be playing it together along with Suki, who is a VTuber, who is a horror streamer, who this is very much kind of up her alley. She's been on the channel before. Also, KJ will be joining us as soon as she can. She might not be there at the very beginning. She's experienced in playing the game. She's streamed this game, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be very much the noob, and unfortunately, you're going to have the noob's perspective on things. But I promise to be brave and go to the places where I'll get killed. So that'll be fun.
I promise everybody who watches us that I will walk around and scream the ghost name, and I will try to get us all killed. Side note, if I happen to die and you don't, I do expect you to go back into that house and take a picture of my body so I get the insurance money.
Oh, sure. That's what I'm here for. So that's Friday. Monday night we'll be continuing with the Rhyme Hole Ritual. We're almost to the end of that.
Where
There's
we've also almost all died many a time. So
You're fine. You're better off in that game than this one.
I have 6 hit points in that game.
You have a party of 5 in that game.
Yeah, but we're also level 5, and I have 6 hit points. Like,
Squishy, baby.
Anyhow, that is working its way towards its dramatic conclusion. We probably have like 2 to 3 sessions left, and then we're done with that story. So,
and we got something creepy coming after that.
And something critically coming after that. Tyler has generously offered to run some campaign or run an adventure. I think was the term we agreed upon.
Yeah, because we weren't sure. It's going to be like 3 to 4 games, and we weren't sure if we should call it a one shot or a mini campaign. So we're going to call it an adventure, but it's Eldritch Horror inspired.
Oh.
So there will continue to be Dungeons and Dragons. There will continue to be more Tyler, which everybody loves on the channel. On Wednesday nights, this coming Wednesday will be a Dungeons and Dragons round table with 3 of us that are on the screen, teaser, the 3 of us that aren't going and doing some cool project, as well as Oh My Sophie and some other faces that you've seen from the channel from time to time. We're going to be talking to one another and talking with you, the chat, answering questions, giving you any insights that we might have, or hot takes, opinions, and we might be wrong about some stuff, but we're all going to talk about it and we're passionate about it. We're going to have a good time.
Spoiler alert,
The
Rob's
following
wrong about everything.
Yeah, other people will be wrong about things. I, on the other hand. And then the following Wednesday, we'll be running a one-shot that Banjo Bravo and Oh My Sophie and probably Eric Bra, because his co-host in the broadcast is going to be the 3rd player. So I sincerely doubt Eric is going to let her play without playing with her. So it's probably going to be those 4, and I'll be running it, and we're going to do some stuff. We're going to have some fun, and it's going to be a good time, and we're going to see if I can actually make a one-shot and not drag it out any longer than that, because I have thus far failed on this channel. But yeah, that's all that's going on. Just the most recent thing, once again, is this Friday, Phasmophobia. It's going to be a terrible time. Come watch it.
Spooky, spooky.
Spoopy. Well, guys, have a great night. As we had mentioned before, fan art clip contest if you want a chance at winning a gift card for Misty Mountain. And we will see you next time. Be safe, everyone.
Good night.
Night.